What's up? Hey, how's everyone doing? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you might be in the internet universe. Good to see you today. You're watching the Tommy Temper Show. I'm Tommy Temper. We're coming to you from that crystal gondola overlooking the elm lime streets of Alberta, Canada. Hey. We've got a lot of talk to you about there today. We've got a lot of action that's happening out there. We've got potential elections happening in Canada. We've got the whole thing going on in the States there with Elon and Trump. Dash and Grandma, good to see you. Good to see everyone in the chat there today. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've been live, so we've kind of been missing you a little bit. But I've been kind of having fun watching what's going on in the world out there. It's pretty wild. The streets, the streets out there are getting pretty slippery. Actually, they're getting pretty fiery more than anything. Wow. All these people out there doing their thing to the Tesla automobiles. Wow, like just going crazy out there. What's going on? I guess there's not much love for Elon anymore. I don't know what's going on there. I'm up here in Canada. I'm broadcasting from Canada here today. So, yeah, you know what's going on between Trump and Canada. Oh, my gosh. Unbelievable. It's going to be a tough one to talk about here, but we'll get over some of this stuff here that's going on. And hello to everyone in the chat there. Ethan Shorts, hey, good to see you. Thanks a lot for joining the stream here today. Hope you're doing well. Just let me get this green screen off of my TV set here. Go back to watching the news. There we go. I was watching a little bit of news there earlier today. The Canadian news there, CTV, they're talking about what's going on. And apparently we have word, the word is out there that apparently there may very well be an election called in Canada. We're kind of looking forward to that happening. And apparently word might be coming out this Sunday. Sunday is when they might be calling the election, is the latest. It's kind of all out there all over the internet that people are getting buzzwords in their ears all over the place that people are talking about the election coming up. So look forward to that, where we can actually elect a leader of the country, so that Canada can have a new leader that's actually elected, not just put in place. Right? Liberals replaced Trudeau. And that's who apparently is now the Prime Minister of Canada. And of course, one of the things that Carney did first off with the whole thing in the Canada is instead of really addressing the problem that we're facing with the tariffs and Trump and stuff like that, that Carnival Carney went on a jet burning, like thousands of gallons of jet fuel to like gallivant all over Europe, met up with the leaders of France. Where else? He went over to the UK, visited with the King, and he's just gallivanting all over the place there. And then we see that maybe he's back in town here. I think he's back in Edmonton again. I don't know if that's true or not, but I saw a picture of him on the ice with the Edmonton Oilers trying to get some photo ops. There's a video of him shooting some pucks around on the ice. So yeah, not great. He's going out there for photo ops and brownie points and all kind of stuff like that. And meanwhile, the country's pretty much on fire. Yeah, we have to deal with these tariffs with Trump. So we'll see what happens with that. Hey, good to see everyone in there. We got Railroaded in there. We got Herman in there. Kit Kat, good to see you. Got who else in there? Troy is in there. Hey, Troy, good to see you. And Brett, hey, big ups there, Brett. Got Herman, we said there. Railroaded in there. Big ups, everyone. Ethan Shorts. Carney is evil, saying Ethan. Yeah, exactly. I don't know about Carnival Carney there. Like he's, I don't know. He's kind of the worst guy to be put in place, because he's like a staunch carbon Carney. That's why they call him Carbon Carney, because he's staunchly, if you re-elect Carney again, well, he's going to be putting more carbon money is going to go towards this so-called carbon net zero fund, whatever, to save the planet. of which we know that a lot of money is being collected already, and we have never seen that has done any good in saving the planet at all. So we have to get rid of that whole carbon tax. What Carney did is he went into, as soon as he was elected, and he sat down like Trump, and he signed some document getting rid of the carbon tax for you and I and the average person, but not a damn thing for corporations. So large corporations are still going to be taxed on that carbon tax, and they're going to just basically pass the cost of the carbon tax to the consumer. So the consumers still end up paying for it. And how somebody like Carney cannot envision in his mind, if he's so smart and thinks he knows so much, how he can think that taxing corporations, that the corporations are not going to pass those costs on to the consumer. Like, that's totally ridiculous. And for him to be coming up with that kind of a plan to get rid of the carbon tax that you and I pay, the little guy, at the pump and whatever, and just increase it and make it to be paid by the corporations. It doesn't matter. You got to get rid of the entire carbon tax. We don't need it. U.S. doesn't have it. China doesn't have it. A lot of countries don't have it. But somehow Carney, who's on a gallivanting trip over to Europe to try and impress the European Union, and he comes out and says, well, yeah, we got to stick with the carbon tax, otherwise we can't do business with the European Union. Well, how about doing business with the United States? We do most of our business with the states. We have to fix the tariff, or at least reduce the tariffs that are being paid. Yeah, I understand that Canada probably made a mistake in being too close to the United States and be too intertwined with the United States with going on with our business here, i.e., the auto industry and manufacturing of parts and being sent back and forth across the border. Trump is really telling us that, hey, we need strong borders, and we need to do more work on doing commerce within our own provinces. There are so many barriers in Canada between the different provinces that we're in trouble here now, that we can't even send liquor across our provincial borders because we put up barriers. There's stuff with milk and all kind of stuff, barriers, protectionism and that kind of stuff. Get rid of that protectionism within our own country and try and trade a little bit more freely with the states. Why should we have any? Trump is keeping those 25% tariffs up there. Why? Because you've got the milk boards in Ontario and Quebec that are putting big tariffs up and preventing Americans from selling milk into those areas there. Meanwhile, over here in Alberta and whatever out here, we don't really care. We don't have those kind of tariffs here. Yeah, more eggs are smuggled across the border than fentanyl now, says Telescope. Yeah, pretty much. Still doesn't understand how tariffs work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I understand how tariffs work. This is how they work. When Trump puts up tariffs, that means that the cost of an item, like for example from Canada, will become so expensive that the American won't buy the Canadian product. That's the way tariffs work. You end up producing that product within your own country instead of buying it from a country that has high tariffs. Simple. I know you're going to say, well, Tommy, you don't understand tariffs because you don't understand that when Americans put up tariffs against Canadian products, those products become more expensive for Canadians, so Canadians pay the tariff. No, they don't. They just stop buying the product. Come on. That's what happens. They stop buying. Tariffs are to stop buying the foreign product and produce that foreign product at home. That's what the tariffs are designed to do. To make your production at home instead of buying stuff from outside of your borders. For example, I have long said that we should be putting up tariffs against China for supplying us with products that are, pretty much produced at $1 an hour compared to those products being produced here in Canada for $20 an hour. How can you compete? You can't. So all the businesses are shut down in your own countries, and you're buying little widgets for next to nothing from countries like China. So yeah, that's where we need to bring a lot of that production back home. But you're in a trade war now. Like when you say to China, you're going to tax their automobiles 100%. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. So now China has come back and said, okay, well, we're going to tax canola oil, which of course we produce a lot of canola oil. When I drive out of town, out of the city here, and I go look at the farmlands of Alberta, the farmlands of Saskatchewan, I see fields of yellow. That's rapeseed, now commonly known as canola oil. And we grow tons of that stuff, billions of dollars worth of canola. And now the Chinese are putting up tariffs against that canola. Who the hell are we going to sell all that canola oil to? The canola seed. Who are we going to sell all that seed to? Like, come on. Like, these guys are not thinking about what they're doing. So now what you've done is you put up tariffs against Chinese cars, and it means that our farmers can no longer sell the product into China. In other words, they're not going to buy the product because it's too expensive. They'll buy whatever kind of oil or seed that they make oil with from other countries. So we're basically screwed here in Canada. I don't know what the solution is. Once you've dug the hole and gotten into it, I suppose for the China situation. And you know what? There's very little discussion about the China situation. Everyone is all headstrung up on the Canadian U.S. thing with Trump and what Trump is doing. Yeah, the other thing that Trump is doing is, which I kind of find is hilarious, is that he knows that Pierre Poilivre is a tough guy, right? And he's potentially our conservative leader, going to be potentially. He is the leader of the Conservative Party, but on the next election, we don't know whether or not he's going to win. I guess if you're conservative, you're hoping that Poilivre is going to win. If you're liberal, you're going to hope that Carney is going to win. Okay, so that's the situation here. Anyways, Trump has come out and said that, well, he kind of likes Carney, and if anyone is going to win the next election, I don't know if Trump said that, but he's kind of insinuating that he'd rather see that Carney is in control of Canada because Carney is a lot easier to deal with than Pierre. Oh, is that right? In other words, he's given Carney the thumbs up, right? And people are in Canada going, what? What's going on here? Trump is actually given a push up on Carney, a boost for Carney. Yeah, well, Trump's not stupid. Carney knows that, Trump knows that Carney is a pushover and that he'll be able to get him to do whatever the hell he wants. Whereas Pierre Poilivre, the conservative, is a tougher guy, just like Trump, and is going to be a harder guy to push around. So let's see. But in Canada, we need strong government. We're sick and tired of that lefty, what would you call it? Feminist type government. And by the way, I believe that Carney's son, daughter, or whatever, went through a transition, some kind of a transition. So there's that feminism side of Carney there too. I don't know whether he's a feminist or not, but I know that he's got something right within his family. So, he's probably no better than Trudeau in that feminist side there. And we're basically sick and tired of having feminists and people of that ilk running our country. We need tough representation. We need people that are going to be tough at the discussion table, at the bargaining table, and we need someone that's going to work. Yeah, and Brett, I know that Brett is the one that's always saying, well, yeah, it doesn't matter whether you elect a liberal or a conservative. They're all the same. The birds are the same, or the feathers are the same bird, wings are the same bird, whatever it is. And hey, you don't have any other choice. You can't elect someone from the Green Party. You can vote for the Green Party, sure. Vote for the Green Party. Vote for the PPC. Vote for the Communist Party. Vote for the Marxist Party. Vote for those small parties that are never going to get in. But all you're doing is throwing your vote away. Sure, you might feel good. You can give yourself a pat on the back and go, I voted with my conscience, but my conscience didn't get elected, okay? So at the end of the day, you're just throwing your vote away. Vote for one of the two big parties that you think is the best party to represent you that will potentially get into power, and those parties that don't even stand any hope in hell of getting into power, you're just throwing your vote away. So don't throw your vote away, because you know what? When you vote for the Green Party or your PPC party or something like that, instead of the Conservative Party, you're actually giving the vote to the Liberals, and the Liberals are going to get reelected again. So what's the matter with you? Do you want the Liberals to get reelected again? Aren't you sick and tired of the Liberals? We're sick and tired of them. Chris Arad, hey, good to see you in there. We got Chris in there coming in off of the Facebook side. Hey, Chris, we're over on YouTube. If you have a YouTube on your thing there, go to Tommy Temper Show on YouTube, and that's where a lot of our chat is coming in here. And and that's what we're talking about here today. By the way, if you're on YouTube, give us a shout out there to some good channels that you know of. If you're subbed up to some channels on Facebook, for example, share out the Facebook feed to some Facebook groups that you know are fairly large. On YouTube, just plain share it out or give us a thumbs up or whatever. Yeah, give us a thumbs up. How many likes have we got here? Look at, we only have like 8 likes in here. Come on, we can do better than that. That's like ridiculous. We've got 40 people watching here already. Let's boost it up there a little bit. Hey, let's see. I saw Pat King doing a stream there today. I saw Pat doing a stream. He's doing streams there now. If you guys know Pat King from the Convoy in Canada. By the way, I was in the Convoy. I participated in the Convoy in Canada. So I know all about what's going on there. And Pat, by the way, has been what the heck happened there? He's going back to court again. He's going back to court. There's been an appeal. The Crown has appealed the conviction and the things that he has to do, right? He's in 3 months and he's can't talk to people and whatever for another 3 months. But the Crown has appealed and they're going to pull him back in court, which is going to be more money spent on lawyers. So poor Pat King is going to be in tough trouble there. So watch Pat King, and if you feel so inclined, donate to his defense fund there. He's going to need some cash to get out of there. So that's what's happening over there in the Canadian realm of things. And the other people, Tamara Leach and everyone else there, may very well, the people that were and already got out of jail, we'll see whether or not their sentences and whatever are going to be appealed. But we'll see what is going on there. Pooh Scissors says Pat's a gifted grifter. Everyone's a grifter. I'm a grifter. You're a grifter. Everyone's a grifter. So the term grifter is a meaningless thing. Pat did a lot. He tried hard to make change in this country. Really, that's all that Pat did. Like, if you watch what he was all about and all of the things that he's tried to do and that I've watched Pat do, he has never, ever tried to harm anyone, not intentionally. He's tried to bring awareness to the situation that the world is in here in Canada. He did that in Edmonton with the teepees that were set up on Government Hill. And he did the same thing with the Convoy. Things got out of hand. Things went sideways. People were there for too long, and things got out of control. And the government basically put him as being the guy that they should take down and be the person that was responsible for the thing. And the rest is history. But anyways, that's what's happening there. What else is happening? Oh, we have our good friend DOA, Defender of Ants, here in the United States, or over there in the United States, I should say, considering I'm talking to you from Canada. And DOA, Defender of Ants, you got to follow him on YouTube with some of his channels. So you have to check on that. Apparently, he has gotten a couple of strikes on his main Defender of Ants channel. And he's operating now on his secondary backup channel. And, I read the rules. I read the rules on YouTube. When you get a strike on a channel and you are unable to use that channel, i.e. it's like down for a week, and every time you try and use it, a pop-up says you're suspended from use until blah, blah, blah time. It is actually against their terms of service to go live on a backup channel. That's the way I interpret the rules. I read the rules. I interpret the rules. I follow the rules. When I get a strike on my main channel, I stop streaming for the duration of the strike. And I don't stream on any backup channel or anything because it's against terms of service. You'll get all of your channels taken away. Now, but when other people do it, like when Ant is doing it, Ant is got a strike on his channel. Okay, yeah. He can't use that channel, but he goes over to his backup channel and he's using his backup channel. Like what the hell is that all about? Yeah, DOA is out of jail. He's out of jail there now, and he's wearing an ankle bracelet, and he's trying to get people to donate money to him for his defense fund. I think he's got $9,000 out of $15,000 that people have donated to his GoFundMe or Gifts and Goes or whatever it is, and and they're also donating to him personally. So he thinks he's got about $20,000 to $25,000 that he's raised just from people on his channel donating to him. Myself, I haven't donated anything to DOA. Okay, not at all. DOA banned me from his chat. I was even going to give him a little dono, to say something in his chat. And I couldn't even do that because he has me banned. So, do I really care that I'm banned from his chat? Not really, no, because I didn't really participate in his chat anyways, because I knew damn well that if he saw my name in his chat, that he would just ban me anyways. So the moment I said hi in his chat, well, he banned me. So my thoughts were absolutely right. So at this moment, if you're going to call me a bad actor, and, I can be the last guy up here saying, you know what? I wasn't in jail. I'm not in jail. Okay, I've got my head like here above board. Okay, everything that I do is legal. I don't rag on people that I shouldn't. I don't call people out that I shouldn't call people out about. And just quite honestly, there's no reason for me to be in jail or for me to be a so-called bad actor. But when you call people bad actors, and you actually, DOA probably has more enemies than he has friends. Sure. You have, people that watch your chat, but a lot of people are just sitting there waiting for you to get swatted again and to see the police action when you get swatted. And that's actually not a great way to build a channel, off of being swatted. And if you only have people watching your channel to watch the next time you're going to get swatted, well, what the hell is that all about? Sure, you have 500 people watching, but you've got 50 people participating in your chat, donating and whatever, and egging you on to go, do it again, bullhorn, go get the old ladies, get the little old ladies, bullhorn the little old ladies and shit like that. And he's always against the Scientology crowd there. And Scientology is big, it's huge. And if you don't think they're going to go after you for what you're doing, well, you have another thing coming. In fact, you did get another thing coming. You saw what's going to happen to you. So DOA, and I'm not here to rag on DOA or put him on a pedestal or anything like that. You guys if you've been following him for a long time, whether the difference between good and bad, and whether or not he's has gotten what he deserves, or whether it's gone overboard or whatever. But all I can say is that if you're supporting DOA and you love him going out there and bullhorning little old ladies and stuff like that, and you're going to donate money to him for doing stuff like that, well, all I can say is that's your decision. I'm not going to do that. And from what I've seen too much of what he's done that's been pretty damn negative, and it's not good for anybody. So all it does is it gets you in trouble, right? And if he's a professional protester, well, then he should know the difference between right and wrong. When you steal signs that belong to somebody else, well, that's theft. When you damage somebody else's property, it doesn't matter whether it's on their own property or whether it's, it could be a bicycle chained up to a telephone pole. If you damage that bicycle, you're still damaging somebody else's property. It doesn't have to be sitting on your piece of land, but anything that is out in public, you can't just arbitrarily just walk up to and destroy just because you don't like who might have placed it there. And and the other thing is that when you're dealing with something like the Church of Scientology, well, then you're in fact you could be potentially perceived as committing a hate crime. And a hate crime is a very, very serious thing. Very serious thing. There you get into felonies and stuff like that. And I don't know how many felonies that he's charged with. But doesn't California have the 3 strikes rule, where after you get 3 felonies, that it's like game over? So yeah, is Ant on the 3 strike rule? Is that what's happening? And Dean Wall, you know, you don't disrespect me, okay? Because you get turfed out of here when you disrespect me. I'm not clout chasing at all, Dean. I could give a shit about Ant. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about this because I'm following the story. I'm watching what he's doing, and I'm just giving you an update. A lot of you don't know what's even going on with Ant. So we're giving you an update. If I was clout chasing, I would be on here. In fact, I would be over in his chat. I'd be trying to get some subs and views and crap like that. I don't clout chase for anybody, for anything, Dean Wall, because I told you before, I'm on here for fun. I'm not here for anything else than fun. And, you know, if you don't like it, you know, start your own channel and go and do your own thing. You don't need to watch my channel. You don't need to see what I'm doing, and you don't need to try and, you know, poke the side of me. And Dean Wall, you're probably one of the worst trolls on the internet for being just so blatantly, I don't know. You must be like an NDP supporter or something. That's all I can believe, is that, because, you know, I know that people that are on that side of the fence there are just like you, right? All they can do is just sit there and be jealous of what other people are doing, right? So, Dean, be jealous of what I'm doing, because I really don't care. I don't care if I've got 50 people watching here or 20 people watching. It doesn't matter at all. It's the fact of the matter is that people watch and people want to see what's going on. And for me, this is a good outlet for me to be able to see and talk about what's going on in the world. And all the work for $20 you never saw, yeah. Yeah. So, you know, you can think what you think what you want. But you know, you're just showing that you're a troll. That's all you're showing there, Dean Wall. And Ahmad might very well bash you for disrespecting me, the host. Okay. So when you go into channels, Dean Wall, here's a tip for you. Don't disrespect the person that is doing the talking. Okay. Because that's the last person that you want to disrespect. Otherwise you might get the boot. Okay, Dean, got it? NDP. Yeah. Are you NDP, Dean, or liberal? And you can answer the question. Answer the question right now. And if you don't answer the question, well then, can we have a mod give him a timeout? Like a 24-hour timeout. That way he won't be able to say anything else here today. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm loving it already. Getting our first boot happening here, and we didn't even get started. We're only in here not even a half an hour. Wow. Hey. Okay, I'll be right back. You guys relax, take it easy. Thanks a lot for joining us here today. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so yeah, I'm I don't know what's going to happen here today. I'm at a bit of a turning point here. Locally in Edmonton, I live in Edmonton. This is what's happening here. Give you an update on what's happening in Canada here again. In local Edmonton, first thing is that we've got at our city hall today, and it just started a half an hour ago. We have a drag show with children being invited to the drag show happening at our city hall. Inside of our city hall in Edmonton, we have a drag show happening today. And I was actually going to go to the drag show to see it and to video it and show you guys exactly what a drag show looks like at Edmonton City Hall. Okay, sanctioned by Edmonton City Council. And I don't know what you think about that, but and children are invited, and it's being basically oh my God, it's being put on and or sanctioned by our city hall. Okay, which I can't believe it. Why they would do something like that? Are they just trying to antagonize people that don't like that don't like to see what their money is being spent on? Ankle bracelet monitor. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, DOA is wearing that. Defender Vance is the guy. That's his channel, Defender Vance. He's also known as Streamer Wars, which is now Legal Wars. Legal Wars is his new channel. I don't know. I don't want to give him any ups. You know, he said, Tommy Jumper, your channel would be a lot bigger if I didn't have the people in my chat that I have in my chat. So there you go. Yeah, what's with the globalists and their drag shows? It's not the globalists. Yeah, it is a globalist. Yeah, it is. You got that right, No Marks. There's something weird with people. Like, why are they pushing this children drag shows on the population? It's like, it's terrible. Yeah, I know. Carney's in Edmonton, Lion. I know that. I absolutely know that. If you take a look, I posted a video of him on the ice shooting the puck around with the Edmonton Oilers. And but whatever else he's doing in town, I don't know. They're not going to say, because the way the Liberals operate is that they're hush, 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 hush. The only people that they invite to their events are certified Liberal party members. And if they're a party member, they also have to be vetted on top of that before they'll be even let into any kind of an event. So I don't know. Yeah, he met with Danielle Smith. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's got to be the latest info. Well, the thing is that he's liberal, Danielle Smith is conservative, and the two of them are never going to meet and or have a meeting of the minds, I should say. They'll meet, though. They did meet. They must have had some kind of a conference. I don't know what's going on with that. It's probably all over Twitter, X, or something like that now. The other big thing that's happening, okay, so in Edmonton, we've got the, okay, and who is it that sanctioned or was, who's the leader, the mayor in Edmonton? The guy's name is Sohi. He's an East Indian bus driver who came to fame by joining the Liberal Party, and he was the Liberal federal MP in Mill Woods in Edmonton. That's how he started his political career. He has a very, very, not a very good use of English. It's very hard to understand what he's saying when he talks. But anyways, he's the mayor of our city, and, he got shooed in there because he's, left-leaning, liberal, whatever. And a lot of people in Edmonton here are union workers. And let's call it what it is. What are union workers? They are lefties. They are liberals. They are NDP, right? So who are they going to vote in as our mayor? A staunch liberal, okay? And what do liberals do? They crash and burn everything around them, right? So he got in, made Edmonton a sanctuary city. What do they got here? They got drug addicts, fentanyl addicts, whatever, stooped over all over the place. In all parts of the city, they set up feeding stations like all over in the city so that you got drug addicts hanging out all over the place. You've got these safe injection sites that they've set up. Oh, my God. They've got people openly using dope all over the place here. The police don't do a damn thing about it because they say, well, they're instructed by City Hall to not do anything. And the whole thing is that they're supposed to be able to use dope at the safe injection site, not all over the city. That's the way the rules are. If you haven't looked into this, the rules are that the Liberals, the government, the federal government, has made it so that you can use drugs at a safe injection site and you won't get charged. But it is still illegal to openly use any kind of a a hard drug openly, but they allow it all over the place, and the police allow it, and you're seeing that all over in cities. And of course, we're a sanctuary city here, and who made us a sanctuary city? Sohi did. Oh, and guess what Sohi is doing now? Sohi, now that he's destroyed Edmonton, is now going to bail as the mayor of the city of Edmonton, and he's going to run for the Liberal Party under Carney as whatever, so that, hey, if Carney gets elected, well, then he wants to be an MP in government, right? Back in that thing, because he's sick and tired of these activists, I would imagine, that are at the meetings. The meetings are hilarious in Edmonton. They're just as bad as they are in L.A., if you've ever listened to any meetings in L.A. They are full of activists talking about the poor homeless people have to be living in the LRT. They should ride the buses for free. They should get everything free. That's okay that they're doing dope all over the place on the streets. It's just the activists are like pro destruction of our city. And and he's part and parcel of the whole thing. So anyways, he's now going to be joining forces with Carney at a federal level, bailing ship on Edmonton. So now we're going to have an election here in Edmonton to elect a new mayor. Whoa, a new mayor. I wonder if I should run as mayor in Edmonton. Well, no, I probably wouldn't last, because the lefty liberal NDPers would just shred me to pieces. They would come up with all of the fake stuff that's all over the internet, which is like trying to brand me as a racist, as a homophobic, as a whatever, all the terms, right? And they use the same thing. Oh, he's a blank, he's a blank, he's a blank, he's a blank. Yeah, well, where's your proof? They don't have any proof, but they'll write articles and shit like that and post stuff all over about you, making you look like a bad guy. So, I couldn't be mayor. I couldn't, because they've already cancel cultured me. What they do is they cancel culture you, right? And I've been cancel cultured. I've been cancel cultured on social media. I've been cancel cultured by way of Antifa and their national publications on the internet. And it's all fake, false stories about me that they've done. So, Mouth of the South, Tommy Temper is mayor. Yeah, I should be running actually for Prime Minister of Canada, never mind a mayor. I could probably do a better job. Well, Pierre is doing a good job. I have to give him credit. I don't think I could do any better job than Pierre. He's doing a better job than I could do, so I give him credit for that. And I hope to hell that he's going to become Prime Minister of Canada. I hope so. We'll see what happens. I don't know, but I think it's the shit show that we have going on here. And we're kind of sick and tired, getting sick and tired and sick. Trolls! Where are all the trolls? Oh, yeah. Hang on. We need our troll song.
Trick lot of city owner told me is the coward. It's the show you gotta see. Tommy Temper is the guy. Ask yourself the question why. Conspiracy theories swirl round. Trolls are everywhere, they abound.
Yeah. Brett, I'll be your campaign manager.
They abound.
I've been looking at these polls too, these Canadian polls. And I was looking, and the Green Party got 9% in the poll. If there was to be an election, the Green Party would get 9% of the Alberta vote. I'm thinking, who the hell makes these polls? These polls are so frickin' left-leaning. All of the polls that I'm seeing, they just don't make any sense whatsoever. There's no hope in hell that the Green Party is going to get more votes than, for example, the PPC or something like that. Well, they might than the PPC, but 9% in Alberta? You got to be kidding me. This is a conservative province, Alberta. We're not the Green Party. We're not trying to save the world over here. We're trying to, dig our tar sands out and refine it into oil. And we really don't give two hoots about what's happening. Well, we care about the planet. I shouldn't say we don't care about the planet. Let's face it. Everyone cares about the planet. Everyone. But do we want to shut down the way we live? Do we want to shut down our heating systems and staying warm in the winter and stuff like that? I don't think we really want to do that. We want to have a good lifestyle, and I don't really have that much of a problem with bringing more oil out of the ground and using it in other parts of Canada instead of using Middle East oil, the so-called blood oil, because that's what they're doing. Eastern Canada imports oil from Saudi Arabia, right? And why are they doing that when we can have a pipeline from Alberta and feed them oil right here? It's cheaper. You don't have to be shipping it via a ship that burns oil to transport that oil all across the ocean, right? Where are the people that are trying to save the planet when it's okay to be shipping stuff with a ship or by train, for example, ship by train across Canada to get it to where it needs to be, instead of building a pipeline? And it's been the Liberals and the NDP that have been so negative towards any kind of pipelines. It's ridiculous. And change is now coming. Where you see that Trump is doing what he's doing in the States, well, we need someone like Pierre that's going to do similar things in Canada here, okay? People have said, and with this branding thing, people go, oh, branded MAGA, he's branded MAGA or whatever. Who gives a shit whether it's MAGA or what it is, quit with the name calling and just say conservative or liberal or NDP up here in Canada. We're not MAGA up here in Canada. MAGA is a make America great again. It's an American thing, okay? So to try and brand Pierre as MAGA is ridiculous. He's not MAGA. And in fact, he'll give some blowback, give some pushback towards Donald Trump there on what he's doing. But I think that we need discussions. And right now, our government is still prorogued in Canada. We don't have a government. We don't have a parliament, rather. We have a government, but no parliament. We can't discuss things in parliament. We can't have a shit show in parliament showing how bad things are going in the world. And in fact, once parliament is not prorogued anymore and they do actually have a session, guess what? Carney was never voted in any riding in any district, so he can't even sit on the floor with all of the rest of the MPs. Carney has to sit up in the visitor gallery and can't even talk in parliament. So what the hell kind of a parliament is that? You got a guy that's not even elected, doesn't have a seat, is not an MP, but yet he's the leader of our country. That's where we're at here in Canada. And like I say, it's a shit show. It's an absolute shit show. And we have to do something about it. And that's why we have to unprorogue government, get the government back in session again, call for an election, which people are saying that an election is supposedly going to be called on Sunday. We'll see whether or not that takes place. I thought that the government had to be in session, and calling of an election would have to be something that somebody does in government while government is in session. So I don't know if that's going to happen on Sunday, but people are all saying that election is going to be called on Sunday. Why the hell can't they call it today? Why did Carney get onto a jet and fly to see his lover in France, and the two gave themselves a good hug there or something? I don't know what the hell they're up to over there. But why did he do that instead of calling government and calling an election? Why did he run over to France and to the UK and talk to the leaders over there? Why did he do that first? He doesn't care about Canada. All he cares about is image, about gallivanting around. I don't know. Maybe he thought that he won't have a chance to do that if he calls an election because there'll be too much turmoil and have to do his campaigning and crap like that. But anyways, he took on the dime of the Canadians, and I don't know what the numbers are of how much fuel that he burnt on the government jet there to go and see the economic union of the Europeans over there. But they burnt a whole bunch of jet fuel. People are really pissed off about that. So he's burning up our Canadian dollars as we speak, gallivanting all over the place. Now he flew to Edmonton here where he is now. He's in hiding somewhere in Edmonton here. I'd go out and see him, and I'd bullhorn Carney if I knew where the hell he is. Anybody in the chat know where he is or where he's going to be speaking or any of the itinerary of our good friend Mark Carney in Edmonton? Because I'll frickin' go out there and see him. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Well over $250,000 worth of expenses there for him gallivanting all over Europe. So, that's what we're paying for here. We've got, it's painful. It's craziness. He's not even elected, and he's already spending a whole ton of our money there. And he's going to burn as much money as he can while he can, because he knows that his time is running short. And as soon as there's an election going to be called and we actually go to the polls, you're going to see where he's going to lose. He's going to lose. All of these things are so. Oh wow, who's that here? All of these things are so crazy here in Canada. Oh, there we go. That we don't even know what's happening from one day to another. You have to really get on X. The best place to find out what's happening is X. You want to definitely have a subscription to X, and you want to be following all of your favorite people on X there, or people that are posting stuff on there, because there's a lot of good material on X, and I'm not going to really go into it there now. Oh, hang on here. I'm going to change something here. There we go. So that's kind of where we're sitting at here right now in Canada. Okay, let me bring the chat on here for a little bit. We always like to bring you guys on here to hear what you have to say. So let me turn the reader on here, see what you all have to say in the chat while we listen in here. Stand by.
Don't support Nazis. Who's counting the votes? Klaus Schwab. Hey Temper, chat. Once you Canadians are American citizens, you'll be able to declare bankruptcy for medical debt like the rest of us. I don't think Tommy or Lion Rowers want to discuss the polls /. You couldn't pay me enough to go on X.
X is where it's at, Robert. I know if you don't
never
like
go to the doctor
Musk,
equals never have a
that's
doctor
beside
bill.
The point.
Easy.
Either you go on X and find out what's going on, or else you go to Blue Sky and don't find out what's going on. So take your choice. And remember, Blue Sky is all left wingers over there. I don't think right wingers hang out on Blue Sky at all. So X is where you want to hang out, and there's still lots of left wingers on X, by the way, too. So there you go.
Bluesky. Bring your diaper. Tommy THRE is an election. Hot. There wouldn't be a tariff if Canada was a state. Tommy is a slave. He will never break free of the left-right matrix BS. Maple Mages. Can sum it up in one emoji. X marks the spot. O. X is full of mega crazies and misinformation. Ever read what Aleister Crowley wrote about the letter X? Trippy. I also heard rumblings of Trump wanting to end second citizenship of the US citizens not being able to have dual citizenship. Like, are you FKNG kidding me? Tommy, why isn't PP allowing reporters on his election plane? Election to be announced this weekend. The dude is delusional.
Because he doesn't want
Letters
to.
Better tell
but
RB.
On the other hand, he doesn't condescend reporters,
that
and
was
he
quick D.
actually allows everyone to ask him questions. He doesn't say, "Oh, you're with Rebel. I don't want you to ask me a question."
Lover.
Did you see what Carney did? Carney is a fool. Carney's a fool. Did you see what he did to the reporters over in Europe? Unbelievable.
Doesn't seem like they would. We don't want to be part of your dollar-hith-old country, Jeff. We have some of the beat quality of life in the world here in Canada, LOL. How do most Canadians feel about their healthcare system? I thought the election was April 28th.
Healthcare is
Didn't
pretty
he
good up
call
here.
it?
I would have to give it a
What's maple mega?
8 out of 10
I used Vermont maple syrup.
for me because it's
Sunday
been there
Rex.
when I needed it.
Tommy
What?
stopped vandalizing Tesla shops.
But hang on,
Zion-Nazi propagandist Ezra Levant.
I forgot about this.
LOL.
I
I'll
forgot
make
about
it a
this
point.
right here on
Is
my
that
neck.
unbelievable
I
or
don't know
what?
if you can see it, but right here, there's a cyst on my neck. And I went to go and get that looked after at the dermatologist, and he said, yeah, I'll take it out, but it's going to cost you $100. So, yeah, poo scissors, don't do that. Give poo scissors a timeout for that, okay?
A budget the
Give
it's all over the
poo
media.
scissors a timeout for
budget
that.
the gas.
And, yeah, poo, you're going to get a 24-hour timeout. Give him a 24-hour timeout, okay?
POO.
Because you know
No
better than to
spamming
do
chat.
that, okay?
LOL. Healthcare good, but when you need major surgery you have wait in line. Gas, what did I miss today?
You didn't miss much so far. You're part of the show, so it's up to you. It's up to you to be part of the show or not.
Sherry's Nova, that's not
hang on
true.
a second. I want to try something out here.
So I guess you have copies.
Just hang on. Let me get my phone hooked up here. I wanted to try something with my phone. See if we can get a phone call coming in here.
The idea
stand by.
of Canada being the 51st state is so silly.
I just have
Obviously,
to
Canada would be divided up into like 5 different states.
turn on Bluetooth
Hashtag
here.
people are dumb. Dang, I'll get it right in a minute, LOL. SMH. Did Tommy just see Carney?
No, but I wish I would have. Okay. Is it connected?
Minor surgery. Tommy cough it up. LOL.
There we go.
That
Okay,
would
I've got
cost
my
1K
phone hooked
here.
up. And let me just
Alberta,
let
CA.
me try a phone call. Can I get somebody to phone me? I'll drop the phone number in the scroller here. Stand by.
Tesla was kicked out of the Vancouver car show because of security reasons.
I know. I heard about
All
that.
the vandalism around Tesla. Liberals would take over the U.S. if that's the case. Carney refused to meet with Tommy.
Yeah.
Sandy may come to U.S. and Mexico for life-threatening surgery because they
Carney
get
should
put
be on
a
the
list.
show.
Ahadeen.
Okay, hang on. Okay, there we go. Okay, you see that phone number? Can I get somebody to phone that phone number? And I just want to see if it works here, okay? Because I want to get this more in operation. So give us a phone call at that number.
Sandy Many.
And
At Sherry's Nova, you need to educate yourself. What is Blue Sky? I never heard of Blue Sky before.
I know Blue Sky is like X or Facebook. It's another platform that the left wingers have all run to once they found out that Musk bought X or bought Twitter.
Trump is still pushing the 51st state crap. He's not kidding. Look at the big picture, folks. Look at a map. Do OT. Sandy very educated.
Okay, there's the phone number again.
Obviously more than you,
So
Sherry's.
phone number is 1-812-666-4141. 666-4141. 812-666-4141. So somebody try phoning that number and just see if it rings here, first of all. And then I'll answer
No
it.
list in the U.S. for surgery. People are gonna die, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't have
Okay,
blood
hang
on
on.
your hands.
We got a call coming in here.
Will
Doesn't say
asterisk.
who it is, but hello. You're on the
Sandy
Tommy
not
Temper Show.
arguing as I am well versed in the matter.
Hang on, let me turn that
Jesus.
chat down there. Okay, you're on the air. Who have we got there today? Oh, hang on. I have to push a button here. Maybe this is the right button. Okay.
Now can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now. Hey, there we got you.
So guess who this is?
I'll guess where you're from. Are you from the United States?
Yes.
Are you from Texas?
Yep.
Are you Fry TV?
Texas is real flat.
Wow, there you go. Hey, I finally got this thing working. Does it sound okay? Well, I guess you don't know because you're talking to me on the phone. Give us a 1 in the chat.
Yeah, it sounds good. I'm listening back on the stream, so it sounds pretty good.
Oh, okay, sounds good. Yeah, because I got the phone, my cell phone, connected up to the Rodecaster Pro, and then feeding it into the audio onto the stream via that.
Rock and roll. Sounds good.
Okay, so what's your take on this? On where Trump and Elon are at the moment?
Well, I don't play the personality thing. You know, I hear myself back while I'm talking, by the way, so that's driving me nuts. So
caller, would you like to turn your radio down in the background while you're on the air?
No, I'm hearing, when I talk, I get like a second delay. I hear myself very clear, so it's coming from your side. It's a return on your side.
Oh, I wonder if it's the audio coming that you're hearing a little bit from my headphone. What if I put my mic away from my headphones? Can you hear anything then?
All right, so we're testing the audio return. Yeah, it's coming right back. It's coming from a setting. So it's probably not a mix minus bus that you're coming in on. Are you coming in on the cell phone bus on the road?
Yeah, that's where I'm coming in on.
So it's feeding back somewhere else in your system then.
Ooh.
But anyway, what do I think about politics? Politics is a bunch of, let me explain this a quick way. Multiple, ticks, bloodsuckers. They all suck. I'm all for smaller government, but I don't play the whole left-right paradigm bullshit, as you know. I want smaller government. Is Elon going about it the right way? I would like for him to get rid of NASA, the chemtrail project, the geoengineering, audit the Pentagon, talk about 9/11 being an inside job, and the moon landing being a hoax. Whoa. And I don't like the fact that he's getting rid of some jobs that innocent people. But I do want smaller government, or actually almost no government. So I'm that type.
What do you think of the Doge effort?
I want smaller government, so I think the Doge concept is good. Whether Elon's the best one for that, I don't know. I've always been calling out Electric Jesus to be a liar. He's not that smart. But I do want smaller government.
Yeah. Well, I think what happens when you get different political parties in, they bring in their own special interests, and their own special interest groups, and they all have to be funded. It doesn't matter whether it's LGBTQ or whether it's poor people in Africa or whatever. There's always a place to spend money. And you know what? I think that when people are elected, they somehow have a mindset that because it's not their money, it's just money that needs to be spent. So they just blow it on damn near whatever they can come up with.
Yeah, and we need to get rid of the IRS. All tax is theft. All tax, no matter what. We don't want the rich people paying taxes. We don't want poor people paying taxes. So we need to go to, if there has to be some kind of tax, make it a consumption tax. Whoever comes to our country pays taxes. Get rid of the IRS, the world would be a better place. Get rid of property tax, the world would be a better place.
Well, I think that's what Trump wants to do when he talks about his tariffs. Tariffs, it's like he wants to kind of replace income tax with tariffs, and that sort of thing. That's one way of doing it.
Well, I'm all for tariffs because the country was run that way before we had income tax, as long as we don't have both. So
yeah, exactly.
Let's not have both, tariffs and income tax.
Yeah. And I know that it's going to hurt. It's hurting. It's hurting us here in Canada with you guys putting tariffs on down there. But on the same degree, Canada is putting up tariffs against other countries.
You say you guys, I'm not doing it. Okay, this is the problem. America is mad at Canada. Canada's mad at Americans. We're not doing this. It's the politicians at the top that are doing this crap. So this whole left-right fighting of Canada fighting American people talking crap, people burning down Tesla places, that's nonsense. That's where the Hegelian dialectic, problem, reaction, solution, get everybody fighting with each other. We got a civil war going. That's the stuff they want, so we don't organize and expose them for who they are. We need to audit the Pentagon. what happened to all that money right before 9/11? Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's an awful lot of wastage out there, and there needs to be some accountability in government. That's the biggest problem, is lack of accountability all over the place. And people need to be elected that are going to make change. I applaud Trump and Elon for doing what they're doing. They're doing what needed to be done for the longest time, and kudos on them.
Yep. And that's the thing. It's personality politics now. So you got people that were praising electric Jesus years ago, and then Elon got into politics, and now they're hating themselves because they bought a Tesla.
Well, I don't care if it rains or freezes, because I've got my plastic Jesus sitting there on the dashboard of my Tesla.
All right, man. I got to get out of your ear.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, well, this is how the show's going to go. When I start the Tommy Temper mock-up of the Art Bell show, I'll have call-ins. So this is I set this up like when I first started streaming, but I never really embraced it. But I'm going to get back on the phone-in call bandwagon. Thanks a lot.
I am hearing myself talk back, so it's kind of really hard to collect thoughts whenever you're hearing your voice immediately back. So you got to fix that on your end somewhere.
Oh, on the phone itself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing myself return back, and it's a clean return. It's not a bleed through on a mic or headphones. It's a clean return that I'm hearing back.
Yeah, I wonder if how the heck that is.
And I'm on a phone, so it's not like I'm on a computer with anything weird going.
How about if I push that button? Did that change?
All right, so let me see if I can hear. Yep, I'm still hearing myself, and that's the last thing I want to hear is myself talk.
Okay, what about if I hit that button?
Self again. You fixed it. Wait, no, it's still there.
Oh, yeah, because I actually, but I couldn't hear you when I fixed it. I couldn't hear you. There, cut you off. Okay, now it's back on.
All right.
I don't know how to fix that. I'm going to have to investigate that.
In the radio business, we can't get away with that kind of stuff, man.
Well, I know, but this is, flying off the seat of your pants, and, you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that should be a mixed minus, but if you're hooked into the Bluetooth on your Rode mixer, that should be a mixed minus bus. I shouldn't be hearing myself back. So it's got to be coming from your software, something on your desktop you got where you're feeding back your audio into your stream.
Yeah, I'm going to have
Here's a test. Are you hearing me? Are you listening
clean.
to the headphones on the on your Rode? Do you have those connected into your computer or the Rode, your headphones?
My headphones are, they're coming off of the Rode is where they're coming off of.
Okay, I guarantee you if you listen on the computer, you might hear a little echo of me coming back then, because that's what's coming back in the stream. Let me see if the stream is
the
echoing.
audio that I'm listening to in my headphones is what is going out to the stream, and it sounds clean. There's no echo on it at all.
Yeah, so the stream's not echoing, so never mind. You won't hear that. I'm just hearing it back on my phone.
Oh, it could even be because we're using Skype that you're getting a little Skype echo, but we'll see whether or not anyone else complains about that.
Skype?
Yeah, this is Skype.
You're using Skype?
Yeah.
Skype's going away in a couple of months.
They're integrating it with Teams, I think. So
Teams. Yeah, they're integrating it with Teams, but it's still going to suck.
Well, yeah. But on the other hand, I don't want to use my...
Here's a platform I want you to look at, Tommy.
Yeah.
Look at EVMux. EVMUX. That's what I'm going to start using at the radio station.
Yeah, I looked into that a while ago when I found out how expensive that StreamYard was. So that might be a backup plan there for sure.
Yeah, and EVMux is kind of a one-stop solution. It kind of replaces OBS and StreamYard. It's kind of combined the same thing.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yes, they have scenes and everything, just like OBS.
Do they have the ability to...
That's why I say look into it. You'll like it. And they do 1080p for free.
Yeah, that's good. Well, actually, they've gone free now, I think, with StreamYard now. They've kind of made it, they've changed it a little bit. But with that, are you still able to add things like plugins in that, like you can with OBS?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep, they have all that kind of stuff kind of built in. If you go into the add-ons, they got plugins and everything. It's not OBS plugins, obviously, but it's their own style.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, because there's a lot of plugins and stuff that I use, like Blur and or Glow and whatever,
You can do all that with this program.
Wow, that sounds good.
Yeah, look into it again.
Like this, for example.
EV Mux.
Yeah, EV Mux. Yeah, I know. I had looked into it. And I didn't. The only reason I didn't go with it was that StreamYard. I begged StreamYard to, at the one tier that I had bought, to give me 1080p, right? And they did it, so that worked out well. But anyways, yeah, we'll check that out.
All right, back to politics. We need to audit the Pentagon, get rid of NASA, all property tax, and all the tax, and go to a consumption tax if we need any tax. Income tax needs to go. And stop this party politic crap. We need to vote on a subject, not on a politician or a personality. We need to get away from all this crap. We don't need kings, dictators, leaders, and presidents anymore.
Okay, sounded good. Well, when you hear the music, you know it's time for a commercial break. That's Fry TV. Thanks a lot for helping me out with the audio and being my first caller on the show here. Well, actually, you're not the first caller, because I remember the first caller before. Yeah, maybe that's why I stopped using it, because he was a bad caller. But thanks a lot.
Shout out to Catamus Rex calling me insane.
There you go. Catamus Rex.
Later.
And Sandy Foster, the duo team. Later, Fry TV in the house, on the show, on the Skype. So thanks a lot for checking that out. Looking good. Anyone else want to call in? You're more than welcome. You'll be right on the show here. And it's even better. Oh, hang on. We have somebody else calling us here. Hang on. I wonder who this might be. Okay, caller, you're online. Who have we got there today? Oh, hang on. I have to push a couple of buttons here to get it to go onto the Roadcaster. That should be it. Hey, who have we got here today?
Oh, good morning. I'm a little alarm clock.
Yeah.
Wake up, my fucking dick in the back of your throat.
Oh, hang on. Okay, that caller there is not a great caller, so he's going to get booted out of here. Okay, that wasn't a great caller. Oh my! This might be a tough gig to do, especially with callers like that. When the number two caller is talking about a dick and throat or something like that. Wow, what the hell is the matter with people? Come on, you guys, smarten up. Okay, who's next in line here? Anyways, we got the phone number on the panel there on the show, so on the scrolling link there. So yeah, more than welcome to come on up on the phone line, and we'll see what else somebody has to say. That was my alarm clock. Yeah, Mo. Jeez, that was probably Al Munson. That sounded like Al Munson's voice. Yeah, trying to give some creamy treats or something out there on the phone. Al, what are you doing? Why are you doing that to me? Okay. Alabama. Anyways, yeah, when the phone rings, we'll answer it. Otherwise, we'll put the phone back. I just have to remember to connect up. Once I answer the phone, I have to connect up to the panel, to the Roadcaster here, to get the audio feeding in here. So we'll figure that out one bit at a time. It's craziness here. But yeah, this should work out well at nighttime there, when I'm going to do the Tommy Temper imitation of the Art Bell show, when we're going to be doing talking about UFOs and crashes and aliens and Sasquatch and other stuff like that. And then we'll be able to have call-ins on the call-in show. So yeah, that'll be good. But otherwise, the phone line is ready there. So anyone else want to phone in here and say hello? if you've been too afraid or you don't know anything about StreamYard to use that technology, just dial that phone number, 1-812-666-4141. We're waiting for your call. And yeah, no prank callers there. You know what? And that call had a name, and you know what the name was? Anonymous. So if you phone in here with a name called Anonymous, I'm probably not going to answer. Okay, so you know, I don't want to be taking calls from anonymous guys that are going to be saying stuff like that. We need some real callers with real talk. What's going to be happening? We need to be talking about Elon, about Trump, about the Teslas out there, the Tesla fires that are burning. Did you see that one where the guy walks up to the Tesla truck, sticks his hand in his rear end, grabs some poo, and then wipes it all over the Tesla truck? Did you guys see that video? Like, these guys are getting completely ridiculous out there as to what they're doing. I can't believe it. There was a Tesla dealership in Montreal that got spray painted by these eco-terrorists. You know, like, where's the brain in the eco-terrorist? It's like eco-terrorist, ecology. You're trying to save the planet, okay? I thought that saving the planet was amounting to driving a Tesla. Isn't driving a Tesla saving the planet? So why the hell would you, you're trying to save the planet, why would you attack the one vehicle that is actually doing something, apparently, to try and save the planet, you know? And it's the same thing, like, it's like Antifa. They're the same as Antifa, the same mindset. They don't care if you're Trump or you're Biden. They hate both of you. They just don't like politics because what they want is Marxism. And I think these guys are the same, these eco-terrorists. They're out for Marxism, and they think that the eco-terrorists think that electric bicycles are bad for the environment, electric scooters are bad for the environment, and e-cars are bad for the environment. Okay, and gas cars are bad for the environment. So, okay, what are you going to do? Well, and likewise, a bus is probably bad for the environment. Well, how did the eco-terrorists get to the venue where they're spray painting? Anyways, the eco-terrorists spray painted the Tesla dealership in Montreal, and they were arrested. They were arrested too, I believe. And then the next, I believe that they're part of the same eco-terrorist group, and I'm not sure what the name of them is. Chat, you'd probably know the name of them, but it's a brand new. And it's not the Extinction Rebellion group, but it's a brand new one. Anyways, today they went to Ottawa, and they spray painted the American consulate in Ottawa with orange paint. That's the latest thing they did. Now, I know that there's a group of I guess you could call them activists. They're known as an activist because it's on the activist calendar, where in Edmonton here on Saturday, they're apparently going to be protesting the Tesla dealership in Edmonton on Saturday. So are they going to bring the orange spray paint out? And do you think I should go out to the Tesla dealership at 1 o'clock on Saturday here in Edmonton and video the eco-terrorists here in Edmonton and see what they're going to be up to? Are they going to do some spray painting there? Are they going to cause trouble? Are they going to throw some Molotov cocktails at some Teslas and stuff like that? I don't know whether they will. Apparently, they say that they're going to do a peaceful protest, but we all know that what peaceful protests turn out like when they're done by the lefties of the world. I think we're in a bit of trouble, so look out for that happening. I don't know. Should I go out there and do the video? Or should I stay home? I don't know. But the world is going crazy out there. Absolutely crazy. Tommy, these are personal vehicles. Yeah, I know. They're not Teslas at a dealership. These are guys, vehicles that are sitting in parking lots that are owned by, probably lefty people, right? The eco type people. That's the reason they're buying a Tesla, is to save the planet. So it's like they're firebombing Teslas that are bought by the left people of the world, and it just doesn't make any sense. But it does when you think that the reason that they're doing that is they just don't like Trump and Musk, right? Ali Miller says people are turning away from electric cars and so on. there was a bus broken down 134th Ave. They were out of electricity in the bus. It was colder. So, yeah, I know. Well, Ali, those electric buses in Edmonton were just a bunch of garbage. Those things hardly ran at all because of their, in the cold weather, they get, limited range, and they had limited range to begin with, and the things were breaking down, and the company that manufactured them, I think, was in financial trouble and probably went broke. So the city here spent millions and millions of dollars on these electric buses, and they're all garbage, right? They're garbage, Ali. And this is the mayor of our city and our city council are behind the, I call it that the eco-terrorism is actually coming from the lefties that we elect in government that are buying all this crap and wasting all of our tax dollars on this crap, and then it all breaks down, and then who's left holding the bag? You and I and the taxpayers, right? I just hate people wasting tax money. When you pay your taxes, they should be used for things that you want, not things that the government wants. They should be used for your infrastructure, fix the potholes in the roads, make sure that everything is running well, make sure that we've got police out in the streets, make sure that the drug addicts aren't openly doing drugs all over the place, shut down these open use, whatever, free drug safe injection houses and crap like that they have set up. Like, this stuff is garbage. Get some help for the people. If the people are addicted on drugs on the street, round them up and get them into some rehab, but get them off of my streets here. I don't want them robbing and stealing and doing crap like that. On the other hand, though, my work on the mobile shelters is being phenomenal. So far, we've got 4 mobile shelters built, okay, and you guys maybe have seen them. The internet has deemed them the doghouse. They're calling them the doghouse, but it's a small mobile shelter that you can hook on a bicycle and you can pull down the street, and you can actually live inside of it and not freeze to death, okay? So I've got 4 of those mobile shelters that are being constructed already, and I have to do a video latest update on that so I can actually show you what's going on with them, but yeah, we're doing that. Yeah. No, Marks, this is an example of what government does. Doge found 10 million for circumcisions in Mozambique. Yeah, I know. It's like, and for, stupid stuff like that, and for gender, whatever, equality, whatever, in some other African country or in South America, and Canada is just as bad. Like, you guys are seeing that kind of crap that they're doing in the States, but we're up here in Canada, we're doing pretty much the same thing, where it's a bad expenditure of taxpayer dollars. That's what it amounts to. And who the hell is even saying that this stuff is being done? It's being done under the shirt, like under the watchdog of anybody. I don't know, it's happening, but nobody's is pointing it out when it actually happens. Okay, it's like right now, people are pointing it out, and they're going, hey, did you know that this money was spent on that? And people are going, what? I didn't know. How the hell did that happen? Well, it's these politicians are slipping these things into various bills where they've got one giant bill, and then they slip a whole bunch of small things into one giant bill. So it kind of gets camouflaged by the big bill. It's like, oh, this bill is, about, helping people. And then they don't say how they're actually helping people. Oh, we've got another call coming in here. Just stand by a second. I'll just see who's... I'll have to do a pre-screening of the call here. Stand by.
On the block where I live. He called me exactly at 4:45 in the morning, inviting me to a hotel on Cooper Street. And she's
hang on. Okay, caller, you're on a speakerphone. If you could just go off of the speakerphone, and then just speak into your phone there, because you're far away from the phone, echoey, can barely hear you.
Anyways,
and you need to listen to me.
Game in Cooper Street. There's pregnant with the truckers and hepatitis C. And it's not business tells you guys about that. Her business tells you. Business can tell you, it's your problem. And you guys, it's your problem. If you guys use a condom, or the guys, I don't give a damn. She's tech guys.
Okay, caller, can you hear me? Caller, can you hear me? Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
She was on the Cooper Street Hotel last weekend.
What the hell is this all about?
Me turn the button over these guys. I'm serious.
Okay, caller, can you hear me?
I want nothing to do with that. I don't want to mess around. This is all night. And,
okay, well, I'm going to hang up on you because we don't know. We can't quite hear you. So I think that was a caller trying to play some recording of something, and he has it too far away from his speakerphone, so it was echoing and sounded like a piece of shit, and they were talking about putting condoms on. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to pre-screen anybody on the air here. So if anyone tries to pull a fast one, and if you can't speak to me off air before we go on air or something, then you're not going to get on air. Okay? Maybe before the next call in advance, how do you do this process? I don't know. All you do is you phone that number. And I don't make any money off of, there's typical, who said that? Sandy or someone there saying, oh, does Tommy make money off of the phone lines? No, I don't, as a matter of fact. It's a Skype number. You phone the number, I answer the number, and that's it. And that's my phone number. It's an American phone number, by the way. I don't know. Somebody said that the area code was Kansas or something like that. I don't know if that's a Kansas 812. Where's 812 area code? Anyways, it's my phone number up here in Canada, but it's an 812. 1-812-666-4141. Hit that line right now. Call the Tommy Tepper Show. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Who's your daddy?
Oh, yeah. We want to know.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm
Get this show on the road. Come on. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Come on, you guys. Let's get this call-in show going. It's what I want to see is what happens when I have somebody on the line and then somebody else phones in. Do I get that beep beep or whatever the hell it is there? The number is on right here. The number is right there. Look at the scroller. You see the scroller? There's the number. It's scrolling right there. I can see it. You see it? It says, come on. Call that live phone number. You're watching the Tommy Tepper Show. I didn't drop the StreamYard link, but I have that phone number on there, so you can phone in here and give us Tommy, don't call them dog houses, please. They're for humans. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm not going to call them dog houses anymore. That was the chat that called them dog houses over on Facebook, the Facebook chat. The Facebook chat is really going rank in there on that group that I run. And I posted some stuff about that drag show at the Edmonton City Hall there today, and they went berserk in the chat. Oh, hang on, I got something going on behind me. Go right ahead. Do it. Do it to it. Do it to it. Have fun. Okay. Let me pull this in here. Let's get a little bit of fake music in here. Hang on. Where's my fake music department here? Let's see. Gives and goes. Oh, let me bring this up here. Defender of Ants. I was talking about him earlier, and he's got a gives and go on here. Oops, hang on here. I pushed the wrong button there. And let me just break this into studio mode and bring up a window 1. Which window 1 is that one over there? And oh yeah, looking good. Okay, so we've got you guys know him. You guys know him, or if you've watched him, Defender of Ants. Defender of Ants is the dude. And just to go over his gives and goes, he's got this Defender of Ants against Scientology. He was basically going out there against Scientology and basically he's got a whole bunch of stuff up against him. Chat was saying that he's got to go to court tomorrow, but he's got a goal. Look at this, of $15,000. They've already raised $9,000. Although I will have to say that it's kind of petered out because he got $9,000, and I saw this number about 2 days ago, and it really hasn't changed at all. So when the campaign first started, people were going hard, and we have the most recent donations here. For example, you've got these ones here. April donated $50. Chairman donated $10. Squirrel of Oz, $50. He did have somebody that donated $1,000 at the beginning there. All of his big donators came in at the very beginning. And then he's got 1 day ago, 1 day ago, 1 day ago, 8 hours ago, 8 hours ago. So still has a little bit of stuff coming in there. Oh, listen to that noise. I wonder what that noise is. I hear a little tick, 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 tick. That's weird. Anyways, this is his thing that's happening for him. So, yeah, if you want to donate to him, it's on Gives and Go. GIVESENDGO. Go over there and, they have the Defender of Ants Defense Fund Against Scientology is what it is. So I guess if you do a search for good old Defender of Ants, you might be able to help him out. And he's been crying an awful lot there lately on his streams there. He's got a ankle bracelet on now and stuff like that. So he's in rough shape. He's gotten himself into a real bind. And, I don't like to see anybody get in trouble with the law at all. But like my dad said to me, my father said to me, son, if you ever end up in jail, don't expect me to bail you out, okay? You're the master of your own devices. If you get into trouble, it's your own damn fault. You know the difference between right and wrong. And if you do stuff that's wrong and you land up in jail, I'm not bailing you out. That was my own father that said that to me, okay? So I don't like to bail anybody out of jail when they have done wrong, okay? So that's my take on this whole situation. And I'm not changing from that. Oh, that's my phone making that noise. That's weird. I wonder why it's doing that. Anyways, I'll put that thing down a little bit. Back to the chat. Let's see what's going on with chat until we get another phone call in here. Let's hear what chat has to say.
It's RV fabbing. I told my kids the same thing, don't call me.
Exactly.
Free Mahmoud.
So sorry, Ant, I'm not going to, for that reason, I'm not going to donate to get
According
to
to Troy, Mahmoud was rightfully imprisoned and kidnapped.
Or for you. In fact, he's actually asking for lawyer money now. He's already out of jail. He got.
Imagine donating to Big D in the.
I think he needed $6,000 for bail, and he got that. So this is on top of bail money. This isn't bail money. This is money that he's generating for lawyer fees now.
OMG, She-Hawk.
People are paying. They're paying. No problem at all. That's the internet for you. It's like I say. You can be the best person or the worst person in the world. You'll still have an audience,
to take on
and you'll still have people that donate to you.
That was so gross. Mahmoud, a dangerous criminal who was inciting violence. Troy understands. He's not hiring a lawyer.
He's even saying to people,
Rebecca,
you donated to me and you don't like how I'm spending the money, whether I spend it on lawyers or not, then take your money back.
DOA deserves everything he's got coming. I hope it's a long time he gets. He's not going to pay a lawyer. LOL Sandy. She's nasty. Temper, how are you going to distribute the shelters?
We'll go out there and I'll do videos of us doing stuff with them. It's just a matter of timing because right now I'm in a kind of a situation where I don't have...
She-Hawk, his monthly goal is 3.5K.
The ability to do that at the moment. We had a bit of a problem. We had a problem with my son's arm. Remember, he got a broken arm, and then he went in. He had 2 operations already, and the other day
Mahmoud did nothing wrong.
He had
broke
a
no rules,
screw
broke no laws,
sticking out of his arm.
US equals fascism and looks too much
didn't
like
break through the
Nazi
skin.
Germany. FK
but the screw
US
is sticking
Empire.
out of his arm. So
OMG, tell him to
he
get a
went
job.
into the hospital there today.
I stand with Rachel Corey.
So we got
Aaron
that
Bushell,
problem on the go.
Mahmoud
So
Khalil.
I'm sort of have some background
Fareed
stuff that we're
Duel.
dealing with, family stuff.
Isn't
that I
that crazy?
don't really want to get too
butterflies?
involved with here, you know.
Troy now admits Mahmoud was wrongfully kidnapped and imprisoned without charges. Canadian Chrissy donates to and all the time lots of money. Yikes, sorry to hear that, Tommy.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah.
812 area code is Indiana.
Indiana. Okay.
Brett, you support
Thanks, Emma.
terrorists?
I'm a sweetie.
Your son, Tommy.
Hey, do we have
Rebecca,
subs only
not all
turned on?
veterans want
Subs
to
only
work.
turned on and a
Yolo
5-second delay
Trolls.
would be great if that's not turned on. Stand by. I just want to go over
No
to my
Sherry's
screen.
I don't support Israel.
Check it out.
At Brett Boyle, have you tried tagging the U.S. government in a community post and demanding they release Mahmoud Khalil? LOL. Brett Boyle, have you tried tagging the U.S. government in a community? It's turned on, Tommy.
Oh, okay, good. Tommy Temper Quack. Hey, Quack, good to see you. Yeah, I was just going to give myself a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. We got 37 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button if you can. We like the thumbs up. You guys see 36 on the screen, but I just gave it to 37. Takes a minute or two for that to update. Thanks a lot, Troy. We got Chopper Jeff in there. We got Edward Cam in there. Super Salty. Hey, good to see you. Check out Super Salty's channel there. Drop a link to your channel if you can. I don't know if
Trump is taking away our rights.
ChatGPT is working today.
Starting
I'm not
at
sure.
colleges.
I checked StreamYard is working.
I go over in detail how
it was
Israel equals
Nightbot.
terrorist extremists.
ChatGPT was on Nightbot. Hang
Pray
on.
for the Tesla dealerships. All
Hang on.
Tesla owners were doxxed.
Let me double check that
LOL,
Nightbot is
sorry,
turned on.
I had to.
Where is Nightbot? Nightbot, I don't think is turned on. If I don't go live for a few days or something, then I have to go back in and turn some of these things back on again. Is Nightbot running right now?
Last I knew, protesting is free speech. I would never buy a Tesla or any other electric car, but I still think what they're doing to
Nightbot.
Teslas is wrong.
Sign in. I have to sign in here. Hang on.
Hi, at Tommy.
Okay, let me go into Nightbot here.
Germany is really pissed at Elon.
Okay, give me
Fee
half
agreed.
a second here.
Saying F the Israeli army is not anti-Semitism.
Okay, so I just signed into Nightbot. Just let me double check.
Do you
that
agree?
I don't have to push another button. Nightbot wants to access your account. Okay. Okay, it's logging in.
Protesting
timers,
burning others'
messages,
property.
Actions.
Israel is a strong and long-lasting partner of the USA. Why did Putin disrespect Trump by mocking him on live TV? So you choose Elon Musk over your fellow citizens at D? Hashtag stop the genocide. She-Hawk, they can't even see it yet.
See if Nightbot's working now.
Israel is a fake country.
Try a chat GPT.
How are we more disliked around the world now than when he had Brandon falling off stairs? Stuff haps. Tommy. Down to Zionists. I share a ton of Jewish channels and Jewish people who are steadfast against Zionism and Israel. Zionism equals extremism, FK Zionazis, and FK Israel. I'm non-partisan.
What kind of talk
Hey,
is
chat.
that? What's the matter with you?
Phoenix.
Come on.
Neo even.
That's not
How
good
did
talk.
brain dead Brandon not cause a recession but
Nazi
Trump
talk
did?
like that. Come on, you guys.
You don't care that he's slashing things
Hey,
that
who's
might
that
be
Beverly
useful
in
to
there?
Americans
Beverly
at
looks
D-Wow.
suspect.
Y'all are feral.
Beverly.
Tommy Temper aka Lester Michelson is a slum lord.
Anti-fascist. He's an anti-fascist in the group here. What's
Tommy
going on with
GPT not
Antifa?
working.
Why are you flying
Like
the
how the
Antifa
PVs
flag?
burned
If
the
you're...
Chich's flag. Glad they lost their trademark for it.
Nonpartisan
Now they are
means
the
you
piss
hate
boys.
you hate the liberals
Cat
and you
Rex,
hate the
I know
conservatives.
exactly
I know,
what
and
he's
that's
doing,
Antifa
but
is
that
like that.
doesn't mean that
Antifa
people
hates
should go
everything
around
except
and just
communism,
destroy other people's
socialism,
cars.
Marxism. The
Rebecca,
Marxists.
because Trump has
Break
balls,
that down to
stand
Marxism.
up. Biden just rolled over for globalist.
But just as long as you know,
Thank
this
you,
is I'm a conservative
We are hated because of
podcaster,
balls.
so I'm more leaning
Who gives a
towards
shit about
liking
some billionaire?
Pierre Poilivre or
You
Trump
kidding
in the
me?
States than I am
LOL.
Biden or Carney, just so you know. Or Jagmeet Singh,
Sassy.
which I don't know who the hell would
Exactly.
like Jagmeet Singh, for God's sakes.
Also,
I think that
how
if
come more
Jagmeet
red
Singh goes
states
to
get
the
money
States,
from the
they'll
Department of Education than blue states?
they'll deport him to India to serve the
Rebecca WLCM.
to
My
go to
country
jail
was run
in,
by a clown,
in
and now
India
it's run by a Carney.
for his
The clown show continues.
what he said against India.
Yet Trump pulls out Criminal Netanyahu's chair for him like a good little servant.
Just not Antifa.
Just
Wizzy,
not
you know
Antifa.
them. Yeah, did you see that, Wizzy? You got Antifa in the chat there. And Wizzy, you have a
Define
wrench there.
fascism.
So, hey, I don't care what you do with Antifa. But if somebody comes in
Trump
here
is nothing but a big
flying
suck
the Antifa flag, holy jeez.
Me2 at WYSIWYG TV 742.
You know that your channel is gone to hell in a handbag when Antifa
Wizzy.
shows up.
Trump equals servant. Just because someone owns a Tesla doesn't mean they are a millionaire. Cat Rex.
That's true.
Tommy ChatGPT is still not working. BTW.
Oh, okay. I don't
He's
know why
a
it's not
puppet.
working. Let me go check.
What is wrong with these red states addicted to Department of Education money?
Search timers.
All it means to me is corporatocracy. Democrats pissed away all the money through wasteful
Join
spending.
channel.
Would it make sense
Okay.
to continue down that
One
same
last button
trail,
I
or
pushed.
is it
Okay,
time
it should
to
be working
tighten
now.
up the belt?
Now give it a try.
Carney has a good chance of winning the
Try
election.
chat GTP now.
Deport the Jews.
Yeah, you may not
Bullet
want it working,
spotting.
yeah.
At D, are you saying Elon Musk is not a billionaire? It's
Yeah,
impossible not
don't
to see the
spam the
genocide
chat,
happening at the
okay?
Gaza
Because
Strip.
if you're going to spam the chat with crap,
It's
well, then we're
impossible
going to...
not to see the genocide
shut
happening at
off
the Gaza
the,
Strip. Some people don't want to see
Shut
it.
off the chat reader here.
Trump wants to build hotels.
So be
You
nice
all.
at least, okay?
I'm sure he's telling Bibi to speed it up for groundbreaking.
Oh, it's a Bullets account. Yeah. Yeah, well, I wouldn't doubt that. It's a puppet. Yeah, I don't know who that is there. But it's somebody.
Tommy Temper aka Lester Michelson ISS. Tommy Temper aka Lester Michelson ISS Slumlord. Tommy Temper aka Lester Michelson ISS Slumlord. Tommy Temper aka Lester
Sticks and
Michelson
stones will
ISS
break your
Slumlord.
bones,
Tommy
but
Temper
names will
aka
never hurt
Lester
you. I
Michelson.
don't know if you've ever heard that, but it's actually true in the real world. Oh, it's Carlitos. Carlito. Oh, this is going to be a good one here. Carl, I brought you out of the gas tank hoping that you would at least be a little bit civil, but jeepers creepers, you know, like, come on, get it together, or else we'll have to be doing a whole bunch of banning in the chat here today. Who knows? Who knows? But definitely anybody that does any doxing in here of any kind is going to get some kind of a timeout. Okay. Just so you know. And anybody that's doing like a really big dox or something like that, just throw them in the gas tank like immediately. And we'll be watching for that. Yeah, I know. Catamus Rex, yeah. Don't dox me in the chat, okay, Rex? Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And believe me, I wouldn't do that to you. I don't dox people. Yeah, that's Carl. Carl was he was in the gas tank there for the longest time, and I never had trouble with Carl. And then I let him out, and well, like you can see, he's back again. Actually, I think Carl was attacking Truther Cop too. Carl has been going all over the place, causing trouble for a lot of people. So there you go. Well, yeah, but I see both in here. I saw Carl in there, and I saw somebody else in there too, doing stuff. But I don't know. There might be some strange thing going on here with the reader in the background. Hang on a second here, because I do have the ability to do some stuff on the back end here on the reader as well, where I can actually ban people on the reader. But, at the end of the day, I'm a real person. I have a real name, a real family, a real life, and I've actually been fairly successful in my life to the point where, I can get on here and say what I want, and people, the worst that can happen is people can just go, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay. Big deal. Yeah, I see what's going on there. Okay. Oh, no problem. There you go. Looking good. I like it. We're on a roll. Yeah. Yeah, if you see anything that looks especially despicable, just put them in the tank. Don't do a timeout, but put them right in the tank there today for anybody that is. And I'll deal with whoever gets put in the tank later. But I'd rather that you put them in the tank like immediately, and then I'll deal with the tank later. Okay. Chillpill in the house. Hey, Chillpill, how you doing? We're getting attacked by the trolls. I might just take the attitude that, you know what, when people are trolls and they troll the channel, they'll just be put in the tank and they'll just stay in the tank, and I just won't release people from the tank. So remember that if you get put in the gas tank, I don't think it was a real Charlie. I know, because what it is it's your Carl, who is like your Antifa loving lefty. And that's probably who came in here with the Antifa flag as well. Was probably the same group of people doing that kind of stuff. So shame on you. Shame on you for doing that. Like, really, honestly. There we go. I'm just going back myself and looking at some of these comments here. And then I will just make sure they're in the tank and not just on a little bit of a timeout. And then once they're not in the chat, well, everything goes on. Looking good. Okay. What do we do now? What do we do now? Here's a song for the trolls.
And it's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the...
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that's loud. But there you go. There's a song for the trolls out there. So you guys, do your thing. There you go. Portland Scummy, welcome to the Tommy Temper Show. Hey, Portland. Hey, good to see you. I see you over in Portland Andy's show there, along with Nuke. Where's Nuke? I haven't seen Nuke over here in a while, too. Nuke used to have a wrench over here. I don't know if he still does, but I haven't seen Nuke 1-2 in a long time. Okay, let's bring that reader back on again. Let's see if the reader can handle the chat, or are we going to get bombarded with more
Put something on.
Hate?
Carl is here.
We'll see.
But that wasn't him. Hippopotamus,
Yeah, but Carl
hippopotamus,
has about
hippopotamus,
10
hippopotamus,
alts. You know
hippopotamus.
that. Carl has 10
Saw
alts.
NUQ this morning. Pinky.
Oh,
Thought I
we got
was
a phone
being
call
nice.
coming in. Hang on.
Daisy is on Jack Talcott's LOLOL.
Stand by for a phone call. Hang on. Okay, we got Brett online here. Hey, Brett, how you doing?
Good, how's it going?
Not bad.
Yeah. Are you
Is
ever
that
going to
Brett?
get out of the matrix? Stop buying the right left up?
Out of the Matrix.
Yeah, you're in the matrix.
Yeah, you on a speakerphone there? Because you're way far away from the mic there and you're rattling around a bit there.
Oh, sorry, I was just my container away.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm trying to get the audio set up. How's the audio on your end there? Does it sound echoey like Fry was saying?
Yeah, a bit. I get myself back.
Maybe it's just the little bit of echo off of the Skype call. That's probably what it is.
No, I don't know.
So what's your take on where we're at here, sitting right now with living in Canada and the tariffs that are up there now, and what people are saying and doing about it?
I think we need to deport Danielle Smith tomorrow ago.
You don't like Danielle Smith?
She's selling us out as a traitor. We knew from her crossing over.
Well, she's definitely pro oil, you know, and she wants us to be good partners with the states. I don't know if she's selling us out.
Completely selling us out. You should check out the that I did.
Yeah, well, I think that the selling out part was done before she came into power, where we're selling our oil at below market rates, below Western posted rates.
That's a great thing. She said it's a great thing.
Wow.
For real.
It's a great thing for the states. It's a good thing for the states that they're getting a good deal.
It's good for the states. It's bad for us.
Well, yeah, always has been bad for us. But the thing is that
they're
our only customer. The states is our only customer. So the buyer of our oil actually dictated the price that is being paid for the oil. You know that, eh?
So that's what I was saying before. We need refining. No more pipelines.
Well, yeah, I think that we need to refine. But the problem is because oil is so much up in the air with all of the eco people in the world that I don't think there's a company in this world that really wants to invest money in a brand new refinery in Canada. Because it's like, oh yeah, tomorrow we're going to be driving electric cars. So who's going to need all that oil? Why would you invest billions into a plant in Canada when it's a touchy situation?
You know what, Tommy? The Green Party 20 years ago said that we should have more refining.
Really?
And be independent from the US. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure a lot of people have said that. Yeah, I would agree with that. We should have done something a long time ago.
20 years ago, the Greens were saying we need refineries. And people don't listen.
Yeah, they don't. They don't, I know.
If we had done that 20 years ago, we wouldn't have the problem now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. We wouldn't be so dependent on the states. Well, the other thing that we should have done is we should have said, okay, let's build a car within Canada, within Canada, or build our own automobiles instead of doing this thing back and forth with the States. But who knew that Trump would show up and go, okay, now we're going to close the borders and we want to do all of our auto manufacturing within the States and, poo-poo on you, Canada.
We also should be building our own fighter jets.
Yeah, building our own jets. Yeah. Yeah, we used to have the Avro plane. We used to build planes in Canada. Well, I think you have Bombardier builds planes over in Quebec there. So we do actually do that. And I know that there's this thing where we want to buy some new fighter jets, and they're saying they don't want to buy Boeing. They want to go overseas to Europe and buy European fighter jets.
Well, yeah, I mean, we should fuck the U.S.
But it's hard to build something like a fighter jet. It's not something where you go, okay, let's just do it. Number one, the government shouldn't be involved in that at all. It should be private enterprise. So it's a matter of getting private enterprise to do that, which is difficult to do on specialty products like that.
That's not true. It's already in place. There's people that are biting Trump a bit to build fighter jets. It's already all set up. All they need is the head from the government.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
Private out business has it all in place. Just been waiting.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, Brett, your audio is kind of weird. It's kind of clipping. I don't know. Fry wasn't clipping at all, but you're kind of clipping, and I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's your phone or distance from your phone or whatever. But
I'm not at home right now, so that.
Okay, maybe it's because you're not talking close enough to your phone or something that it sort of clips out.
I'm talking to you. I'm like holding the phone like you normally would.
Okay, well that's not bad there now. Sounded good. Yeah, well I saw that you were live there today, so you're going hard on going live and getting your word out there, which is a good thing. Good to see that. So you want to check out Brett's channel and check out his live that he did there earlier today, because he was talking about a bunch of this stuff here. Pam, be nice. Come on, Pam. There's a lot of haters out there in this world on the internet. And, actually, when I did a stream the other day where I was live at that where the presenters were talking about globalism and how it's bad for society and things like that. And one of the presenters looked at my chat and said, "Holy Tommy Temper, your chat is pretty bad, pretty vile bunch in your chat there." So chat, you guys have to, not be quite as vile, I guess. Be nice to each other, because sometimes other people look at our chat. So, Brett, what are you up to today? Oh, I think I might have lost him. Oh, I did. I lost him. So he's gone. Oh, my. What do we do now?
And by the way, I sit on... I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Okay, it's time for a little Trumpism. Let's go.
It's called fake news. Fake news.
Whatever happened to the fake news?
It's all fake news. Fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
That's right.
It's all fake news.
It is. You can't believe news out there. That's why we all go to social media, go to X and stuff like that to get our news. The internet, that's where the news is. Because must have dropped the call. Yeah, must have been a Skype deal there. Skype is not the best for quality either, so maybe part of the issue there might have been on the Skype system that they use, where they kind of take your audio, and if your audio is not loud enough or something, or if you're talking and your audio drops, then it sort of cuts out. So it's kind of a cut in and out kind of a thing, is what I appeared to be. Anyways, if you rewind and listen to your call there, Brett, you'll hear what was happening, which is kind of a weird thing. Okay, but anyways, the phone line is open. So, anybody want to phone into the show here. We'll put some chat back on here again. Interface with the chat. See what y'all have to say. See if we have any more people coming in there trying to dox or cause trouble in the chat there. Anybody else need to go in the gas tank? Make yourself known, because we want to know who you are. And then I'll think twice about releasing you from the gas tank. But it's always the same people. Yeah, somebody said
Only
bullets and
Mega needs
barbecue.
their own special news outlets.
Could be bullets and
Also
barbecue.
known as an echo chamber.
Bob Swagger. Hey, good to see you.
Where are
Echo
you
chamber,
using
yeah.
an Obama phone?
Well, it's definitely not
Yep,
mainstream
Bob.
media for Mega, that's for sure. It's not CNN. Although in Canada, we do see that there's a little bit of blowback there on CBC. You've got one of the reporters on CBC that's kind of asking some tough
Donald
questions
Trump
about
slams
Carney.
Pierre Poilivre as stupidly no friend of mine.
Pierre is going to win.
Are you protecting people's phone numbers and privacy at Tommy Temper?
Protecting phone numbers and privacy? Why? Did you get someone's number? Did you see someone's number? Did you hear someone's number? No. So there you go. In fact, it's on my phone, and yeah, I don't look back at numbers.
Is
So
the MSM.
if you did phone me here and you got your number, don't worry about it. I'm not recording numbers or whatever. And you can always put your phone on private. You know how you can phone people on private so that your number isn't being displayed if you're worried about that. But yeah, Cannabis Rex,
People are
don't worry.
calling in.
We're
You'll
all
know
for
who they are and
we're all
have their
for
phone
privacy.
number. Derb.
We're all for privacy. It's going to be private phone numbers. Nobody's going to know except this guy.
That's on a person to protect their own identity. There's no surprises in Tommy's channel.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Craziness out there. Artabanza in the house.
I have been a conservative my whole life, and Poilivre has made me switch my vote. Never
Oh,
trust
come
anyone.
on. Robert Sinclair. I don't know why you're talking like that. Switch your vote to who? To the Liberals? Well, we just put up with the Liberals for 9 years, going on 10. So why would you switch your vote? Like, what have you got so negative about conservatives that you want to
Protect your
jump ship
privacy.
over to?
I'm not worried about
to the
Tommy
Carney
having
show.
my number. He should probably use it and call me more often. Maybe learn something.
Yeah. Well, you're right.
Okay, red
Brett.
and
Yeah,
blue.
but I don't like to zello behind the scenes. You know what I mean, Brett? Like, I don't like to collect receipts.
PP is a little weasel.
And I
He
don't
can
like to
run
do
a
stuff
country.
behind the scenes and talk behind the scenes. Because you know what? Brett, remember when I was talking with Queenie? A couple of times I talked with Queenie.
Why this stream so
and she's
elite?
the only one that I talked
Damn.
to behind
It's
the
deleted
scenes.
here.
And it came back to bite me. You know what I mean? So there's a good lesson. The only person that I did that with ended up turning on me and then playing the phone calls or whatever over the
I ain't Queenie,
her
LOL.
stream. So there you go. Yeah, I know you ain't Queenie. Yeah. But yeah, I don't. But don't worry about me. I'm not gonna dox anyone or do whatever. And if people phone up here, hey, good for you
LOL.
for taking the time out of your
It
day
is
for
not the
phoning.
conservatives that was Poilivre.
Okay, let's play the game.
Conservatives need a
This is
new
the game. I'm gonna play the game here. Okay,
Red
this is
is
the game
elite.
where I guess what the dice is.
You
This
were
is a
dumb
container.
for thinking you could trust
a
Queenie,
container?
bro.
Now inside of the
Brett
container
wants to be your
is a
alarm
dice,
clock.
right? Check it out. What's the
Tommy
number?
will be
6.
Queenie's next tattoo.
Okay, I'm going to change it to a different number, put it in the container, and then I'm
Oh.
going to tell you what the number is, okay? I'm going to close my eyes. Okay, my eyes are closed. I don't feel anything because I'm touching the end of it here. Do you see that? Okay,
Dropping
and I'm
love,
going to
Tommy.
put it in here. I don't know the number. Only you know the number. I'm not seeing it. You see the number? Hopefully you can see it. I can't see it. Don't say the number, though. Don't say it. I'm going to guess the number, okay? Let me put the cover on here. Hang on. Okay, I put the cover on. Okay,
Are you serious?
I'm trying to guess the number here now, okay? And I would guess that number is a number, let's see, is it a number
After all the
6,
boohoo whining and
1,
crying by dumb people and politicians.
3,
Mark my
4,
words. Canada and USA trading will continue
2,
on. Not much will change
5.
except even tariffs on both sides.
I'm guessing.
LOL, Troy.
I'm
Tricks
guessing
now?
that it might be a number 5. I don't know if it's a 5. Let's see. Oh, it's a number 5. I can't believe that I did that. I can't believe it. Like, I've tried this trick. Usually when I try this trick in front of people, I don't get it right. But, you know, that's a 5. Was it a 5? Was I right? Nice guess. Yeah, exactly. Okay, if that was a guess, I
And
probably
only the
can't do it
government will
again.
gain.
So let's try it again.
It's just another way of collecting taxes.
There's 5. Okay,
Nice guess.
Okay, here it
This
comes
magic
again.
show elite. Kid's toy.
Okay, here it is again. This is all metal. Metal cup, metal dice, metal everything. Okay, now here it is. I'm going to close my eyes. I don't know what it is. You might say that I can feel what it is, but I can't
Tommy
feel.
Temper, a.k.a. Lester Michelson, is a
I'm
slumlord.
flipping around
Tommy
here.
Temper, a.k.a.
Okay,
Lester
let's put it
Michelson,
in here.
IS as slumlord. Tommy
Okay, I'm
Temper,
putting it in
a.k.a.
here
Lester
now,
Michelson, is a
and I'm
slumlord.
putting
Tommy
this
Temper, a.k.a. Lester Michelson,
over the top. And okay, let's see if I can guess what it is now. I think that it's number. I'm going to guess number 5. Okay, let's see if it's the number 5. It's number 5. I can't believe it. I can't believe that I did that. Wow. Unbelievable. I can't believe it, but it did happen. And the rest is history. So there you go. I can't believe it. It's crazy. How do I do that? I don't know, but I do it. It's not a kid's toy. It's an actual magic trick. It's an actual, it's not a kid's toy.
You're a wizard, Tommy.
Because if it was a kid's toy, it would be made out of plastic, right? This thing is all metal. It's one of those metal things, right? It's like this. It's like if you want to say the Illuminati. This is Illuminati right here. You see that? And look close. It's got some things on the side of it here. It's got that symbol. That's an Islamic symbol there, the moon. This side here, it's got some other things.
Tommy Temper, a.k.a. Lester Michelson, is
underneath
a slumlord.
here.
Tommy
It's got
Temper, a.k.a.
some
Lester
other
Michelson,
things
IS
in
a
here, which is
slumlord.
kind
Tommy
of
Temper,
crazy.
a.k.a. Lester Michelson,
So, like,
is a
it's
slumlord. Tommy
craziness.
Temper,
Yeah,
a.k.a.
right.
Lester Michelson,
Keep it up.
You are better at magic than Ant.
It's actually
Tommy
pretty good.
Temper, a.k.a. Lester Michelson, is a slumlord. Tommy Temper, a.k.a.
Keep
Lester
it
Michelson,
going.
IS a slumlord. Tommy Temper, a.k.a. Lester Michelson,
Keep
is a
it going.
slumlord.
Keep it
Tommy
going.
Temper, a.k.a. Lester Michelson.
Oh, jeez. Come on, you guys. Okay, hang on. I got a quick phone call. I'll be right back. Okay, got that working. Okay, let me see how everything looks on the chat with the bombing there for a couple of people in there. Okay, you better make a new account there, whoever that is. Al. Oh, that's Carl. I suspect that's probably Carl. Who's funny that he's doing that. Because really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Okay? Like I say, it doesn't matter what you guys say or what happens. But it's funny that they're using Al Munson, right? You notice they're using Al Munson as the person. So it's like a troll coming in here with the name of Al Munson and then trying to do some shit, cause some shit in the channel. And somebody's saying it's bullets and barbecue. Maybe, could be. I don't know. I don't know why Bullets has anything against me. I never said anything about Bullets. Gaptooth Girl, good to see you in there. Thanks a lot for the kudos. Good to see you. Nice to see you on your channel there, going live once in a while. In the house, Gaptooth Girl is in here, which is good to see. We've got Super Salty saying, after all the boohoo whining and crying by dumb people and politicians. Mark my words, Canada and U.S. trading will continue. Not much will change except even tariffs on both sides. That's really what we'd like to see. Because I know, because remember, Trump initially came out with tariffs against Canada and Mexico because of the drug problem and the terrorist problem, right? The immigrant terrorist type problem. That was the reason for it. But then it also comes out that no, Trump is also doing it against Canada because of the tariffs that we have up on like milk and dairy products to Canada. I don't know what other tariffs that we might have against Canada or against the United States and Canada, but there might very well be other tariffs as well. And Trump just he wants to get rid of those tariffs so that we don't have any tariffs at all. And you'll notice that he took the tariffs away from automotive parts, right? Because we are so intertwined with our automotive parts that we manufacture those parts for the cars that are built in the United States. So to tariff those parts, and sometimes those parts go from Canada to the States, they do some machining on them, then they come back to Canada, do more machining, more addition to them, get sent back. Some parts get sent back and forth up to 5 times across the border. Now imagine a 25% tariff on the part every time it crosses the border. It would be hell warmed over. So that's why Trump came in after the fact and said, hey, we're going to remove those tariffs on auto parts that are being traded so that it actually protects the automotive industry. So he kind of backed off a little bit on that. But I would like to be right in there on the discussions to see exactly what it is that we're tariffing. And remember, you're dealing with some pretty tough cookies in Canada here when you come to tariffs, because you've got the province of Quebec, which they're like a, I don't know, like a little beaver or something gnawing at your leg or something, they're like that. And they like to be themselves, and they don't like to be taken advantage of. They like to be protectionist. They're very, very protectionist. And that's where this milk tariff and all the rest of that crap comes in, because it's happening over there in Quebec. And to try and get them at a provincial level to remove tariffs when those tariffs are on at a provincial level is going to be hell in a handbag to be able to do. So, I can't see where it's going to be something that is going to be easy for anyone to do. But I would like to see all of the tariffs, and let's get the things figured out. Okay, anybody that comes in here, for example, you're going to see my bot welcoming people in here. So be on the lookout for my bot welcoming people. And when you see the bot welcome somebody new, you can pretty much expect that it might very well be some kind of a troll. So, for example, Judas Christ looks to be suspect. Where did Judas Christ come from? And right away coming in with a Tariff Gaza 52nd state in probably pissing off Brett, I would imagine. And you know what, Brett? I'm going to give you a wrench, okay? Just because you're watching what's going on here. And I'm going to give you a wrench just so you can watch what's going on. And I know that I'll take heat from this because I better ask you first. Hang on. I know Mater's saying no already. F that, whatever. Brett is saying I don't want a wrench. Okay. I just thought maybe you might want a protection wrench or a wrench where you could do something to somebody in the chat there that's being nefarious, which today is an exceptionally nefarious day. But I passed on the wrench for Brett, but it was a thought that came into my mind there for a second, only for a second.
You have a protector. I don't want one.
Okay.
Mod games here I'm done with.
Okay.
I love Brett.
But at least you know that
hilarious.
I'm open to
so it's okay for Brett to attack, but we can attack that. I don't think so.
Okay, well, Brett didn't get a wrench, so don't worry.
I wonder who created those tariffs at no marks. Could it be Mr. Rump?
Yeah.
Yeah, and F you all for not saying hi to me.
Well, the first
Shove it
tariffs
up
were
your
Canadian
butt, lying
tariffs against
troublemaker
U.S.
deep.
goods. So Canadians started
LOL.
it, in my mind. And I don't know. Remember, we had a free trade agreement with the States, except for milk products, right? I think if you look at the free trade agreement, you will see that. that then probably some other stuff is being protected in Canada. And you also had, things like lumber was probably also in that free trade agreement. Canada has a lot of lumber, but then so does, and it's a renewable resource, but then so does the States, But, are you guys cutting down enough trees? Do you have enough?
Stop talking about my little brother. He's not here anymore.
I don't know.
Bahaha, a protection wrench for Brett.
Who
Milk
knows?
running out there right now at Tommy Temper. Kitties are starving, lol. It's pretty sad that new names aren't new people on this live stream that Tommy likes to pretend is a show. You're lame,
let me just check out somebody here.
What are he not worth?
I'm just checking out Beverly here.
Just
hey, Beverly
like
looks suspect.
Exist.
Okay, because
he created
Burgess
them because
Bev.
we were being taken advantage of.
Is that Burgess Bev?
Pinky.
Looks to be a troll account because there's
At
nothing
Beverly,
on that channel
do you have a
except
question?
the anti-fascist flag.
Tommy even knows you're spineless, Brett. Door knocker. Eat my ass.
So that Antifa flag, Beverly, is a suspect account. So watch out. Did She-Hawk of Antifa take any smoke
The
from
states
Wild
have been
Bill?
tariffing lumber for years.
Probably. Are you in from Antifa? Are you in from Portland, or what city are you in? The Antifa bot there. Probably a bot. Not real.
Water. Take your own advice, door knocker. I saw you and the trolls attacking me for a couple hours the other night.
Come on. Leave Brett
I'm
alone.
the best.
Brett's been actually pretty good lately. He hasn't been going on any ranting tirades or, knocking any people in particular. He's just been doing his own stuff, which I like that. A little more mellow.
Tommy, you minty prig.
So that's good. What?
Tariffs that Canada charges the U.S. Tommy, are you blind or just stupid? Milk, up to 270% cheese, up to 245% butter, up to 298% chicken, up to 238% eggs, up to 163%.
Yeah, Phoenix Tide.
Biden even raised the lumber tariff to 14%.
I know.
Bread and Queen.
Well, those are not pure tariffs, but those are like, they come in tariff-free for a certain amount, and then the tariffs kick in after a certain amount. You know what I mean? So they're not like pure tariffs like people seem to think they are. But you're right. They are tariffs that are on the books. So
Tommy, it's amazing to me Brett calls people names and insults them constantly, and then you're concerned about him being attacked.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Hey, you guys deal with it. Lately, I haven't heard him attacking anyone, though. So he's being pretty civil. He's been more concerned about Palestine and Israel and stuff like that, and maybe a little bit on what's going on with our
I've
premier.
always leveled that baby.
And what's happening in Canada here with our politics in Canada. We're going sideways quickly. We need an election in Canada. We're like in a rowboat with no oars, drifting around on the ocean. That's how I feel right now, being in Canada, right? And we don't have any, we're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. We're just drifting around, and the sharks are biting at us, right? and we're going like,
worried.
I wish I had an oar
I'm
at
not
least
a
to
snowflake
bash
like
the
Queenie.
shark.
People can attack me all they want. It's the norm and I'm used to it. Yawning face, yawning face, yawning face.
10-4 there.
Anyways, I got things to do. I just got off of work and got
Give
to walk
those
my
dogs
dog.
a walk.
SSSSS.
Got the beautiful dogs there, Gaptooth Girl. Take them out for a walk and
Get the G out of her, pass girl.
Enjoy the daylight.
The U.S. doesn't charge Canada more than 25% for anything.
Yeah, Phoenix Tide. Yeah, I know. Those
Blue
are,
indeed,
you know
my
what?
ass loser.
Those tariffs are also from like Ontario and Quebec. Okay, they're the ones that put up those tariffs. The Eastern Canadian provinces.
But again, feel free to shove it up your arse, lying troublemaker D.
Because we don't trade that much of that kind of stuff out west here. We're like more into beef. We grow canola, wheat, beef for slaughter, and not too much into the production of milk, cheese, and whatever.
Good night, Tommy.
Stuff like that here.
I look like a troll? Beverly joined July 24th. Brett, shove it up your ass. You would probably like it now. Stop talking to women that way.
Chicken life. I don't know. You could be a troll. Anybody could be a troll, depending on what they say. Usually a troll, proves himself out. Okay, let me do this again, okay? How come I picked 5? How come I picked 5 twice there? That seems weird. Okay, but look at, there's 5.
My great dogs is I'm
I'm
blessed.
going to change it to something else.
Alberta
okay, I don't know
beef
what
is
it
going
is.
to be
Hang
hit
on.
hard. People can attack you all they want, sure, Brett.
And you think I'm some kind of magician.
GFY modern
not.
white knight simpleton.
Okay, there's the number I'm putting in here. There you can see the number.
Put something on Tommy.
Okay, hang on. Let me guess
Canada
this number.
tried to sell their snow to the U.S., but Hunter Biden was the only person
Okay, I'm
that
pushing
wanted
it
to
in
buy
there.
it.
Okay, now I'm going to try and guess the number. And I would guess that it's a number... Oh, let's see. I'm going to guess that it's a number... Is it a number 5?
Add Brett, stop calling names now.
Open it up and see. Oh, it's a number 2. Number 2. Okay, I guessed it wrong. See, I don't get them right all the time. Okay, you ready to bet now on this next one? Let's have a bet on this next one. Okay, and that's a number...
I actually have a channel that supports
2.
you.
Okay, let's do it one more time. Because I got to get it right for the last time. Okay, I don't know what it is. It's all over the place.
Hi.
Okay, I'm putting it in there. Okay, look at the number. Okay, it's in there. I'm going to guess that it's a number...
Maybe D should
4.
stop lying and trying to cause trouble everywhere. If she doesn't want to be
3.
told she's a lying troublemaker.
Okay, well, I better work
Just
on it a
a
little
thought.
bit, okay? I got to work
Because
on,
you know.
on the trick a little
Logic.
bit before I
Hi,
bring it
Gregory.
to prime time. Oh, my God.
DGFY. I don't take orders from you.
Uh-oh. There you go. We're getting some deleted comments are happening now by Brett. Oh, D. So just delete the actual message, yeah. But
Hi,
try not
ADD.
to time out. Because actually the problem with the timeout is it deletes all of their messages that they've said in the whole stream. And if it's just one little message that you don't like, well, delete that one message. That's why I say if you have a wrench, use it against that one message. Wow, what's with the Antifa stuff in there, Beverly? Beverly, why are you so enamored with Antifa? Like what, other than, I don't like Antifa. I don't like the Marxism part of the thing and or, the stuff that they generally stand for, or that they go out there and break stuff and damage stuff and set stuff on fire and whatever.
Delete.
There's a lot of reasons why people don't like Antifa. But, seems kind of odd that you're promoting it on that troll account. But so far, Antifa has been fairly decent in the chat there. So, amazingly enough, Antifa Beverly has not gotten...
Beverly is claw dumbass.
Banned yet. But Beverly's being watched like a hawk here today. Beverly!
Antifa equals violence.
You're going to get
Canada
it.
tried to sell the U.S.
You're going to
but
get
Hunter
it.
Biden and Tyrone from Chappelle's show were the only people who wanted to buy it.
Oh, yeah.
Gregory. I was by your stream yesterday and gave a view and like.
Gregory,
Hope
good to
you're
see
well.
you. Good to see you, Gregory.
Hashtag never forget Jan6TH.
I've seen you around a little bit there, Gregory, hanging out with the A1 guys there a little bit. And but you used to go live a lot more often before. You used to do your, what do you call it, karaoke once in a while and stuff
Brett
like
Boyle,
that.
thank you.
Patriot Girl, welcome to
Face
the
fuchsia
stream.
poop shape.
Patriot Girl.
Brett,
Good
stay
to see
away
ya.
from my SHHH.
Patriot Girl, we got Antifa in the house here, Beverly. So I know you're on both sides of the fence. We got everyone in here now. Wow. All we need is somebody in the middle now. We need a libertarian. Brett, that'll be you. You're the libertarian.
Gregory.
In the middle.
Boo.
In the middle of the house. Doodle-doot-doot. Doodle-doot-doot. Doot-doot-doot-doot. Okay, it's time for...
Face fuchsia poop shape, face fuchsia poop shape, face fuchsia poop shape. I see assholes everywhere.
Let's go. Okay, you're wrong. Oh my gosh. Yeah, gambler away.
By God, to walk dogs.
Was taking time off. Oh, your mom was
At Tommy
sick.
Temper, I was taking time off.
That.
My mom was sick.
I hope she's getting better.
TG.
Better be getting better.
Never forget that Nancy Pelosi orchestrated J6. Only a soy boy would use the term soy boy.
No soy boy. No soy boys allowed. Oh, what's that Trump song? Oh, doesn't work today.
Sorry to hear that, Gregory.
Okay. Are you going to get lucky?
I didn't time him out.
Have you ever done that?
I'm deleting comments that
where
are
you
calling
had to stay
people
up
derogatory
all night
names.
To get lucky?
At Scumdog, thanks.
Has that ever happened to you?
It's free ice cream day at Dairy Queen.
Yeah, it has. You know that.
F. Donald Trump. That song.
Let's go. Let's go. Well, I don't want to play too much music because otherwise then I'll get a copyright strike. Some streams when I'm playing music, I got like about 20 copyright strikes on a stream. And it's even worse when you click the monetize button, because when you click monetize, then all the strikes kind of appear, and then you get all these emails with every one of the songs that you played and every one of the strikes, and your email gets all filled up with strikes. Especially sometimes I do, where it's all music all night long. Every one of those things comes back to haunt me.
Does that make me Antifa? Derogatory names, derogatory names, derogatory names.
Tifa. Hang on, I forgot what I was looking for here. I was going to go somewhere, and I got distracted. Hang on, what? Derogatory names.
LOL.
I know what I was going to do. I was going to go over and turn monetization on this stream. Hang on. Okay, well, if you don't have a subscription to YouTube, you're going to start seeing some commercials. And I'm going to hit hard with these commercials. I'm going to go settings.
I guess so at Robert Sinclair, like that's a bad thing.
Live. Where are we here? Stop the global agenda. What? Oh, I have to refresh my screen because that's the last time I was live. That's what I was doing. It was a global agenda stream.
I guess being pro-fascism is better.
No, you don't want to be fascist or pro-fascist. Yeah, I don't know. People call people fascists. I don't even think they know what a fascist is. And, is the person that you're calling a fascist a real fascist? Or is it just fake fascist? Okay, I'm turning on. I'm going to turn on. I shouldn't have gone that way. Let's
fascist.
Turn on. You're a YouTube partner. Oh, isn't that nice? Watch page ads, blah, blah, blah. Ad suitability. You're earning from ads on YouTube Premium on the watch page. Oh, isn't that nice? See my analytics. Yeah?
You want my location, and that would be Canton. But I've been to almost every encampment and FOB in the USA. Oh, fascism sounds amazing. We should totally not be against that.
Okay, in the last month, I made from ads on YouTube. In the last month, I made, on my very, very best day of ads on my channel, I made $1.34. And on, let's say, a day that I'm not streaming, I might make 4 cents, 1 cent, 5 cents, 3 cents, 36 cents, 15 cents. This is on a day. per day.
I can find a bed anywhere.
51
and only
cents.
half would make me check
the best
weapons.
day in the last month, I made $1.34 on watch page ads, if that means anything to you. Short feeds on shorts. I did a short the other day. I made 27 cents on that short. Otherwise, on shorts, I'm making about 6 cents or whatever. So, yeah, at the end of the day, there's not a lot of money if you expect to get rich on YouTube from the ads that are played on YouTube. Yeah, you're sorely
You're gaining
mistaken.
Lots of wealth at Tommy Temper.
Because you'll be making like pennies.
I'm anti-fascist, which is why
videos.
I won't join Antifa.
So, like, I'm sad to say that YouTube is not a great way to have a living. You know, you're not going to support any kind of a family on a couple cents a day.
Trump's administration is trying to rewrite history, removing black, natives, and women from websites.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm anti-fascist. That's why I won't join Antifa. That's right. The fascists are the people that are join up with Antifa.
Every
right? Those are
DSA
the
office
fascists.
is mine, but I
yet
don't vote or
they'll stand up and call people, oh, you're a fascist, you're a racist, you're a misogynist, you're, you know, what else? Homophobic. What else is there?
Incorrect.
You know, like I've heard them all. I've heard them all. I've heard them over and over and over. And it gets to be to the point where, yeah, what do you do? Wake up to figure out who you're going to call those names? Because it's ridiculous at the end of the day. Every DSA, Every DSA office is mine, but I don't vote on Canvas.
Antifa are paid protesters.
Well, Beverly, I'll give you a thumbs up for being civil. You know, like you're way more civil than Carl and the rest of those trolls that just come in here and get banned right away. At least you're civil enough to you know, fly your flag. You know, as they say, even the cops do that. When the cops drive by some neighborhood or something, they're flying their flag. And
Sounds
that's what
like
you're doing coming in here. You're flying your flag in here, showing
Tommy.
Us that you exist and that you're actually being fairly
we sure don't
non-fascist for a fascist by not calling people a fascist. Tommy Temper loves fascism. I don't even know what fascism is. You know, like, come on. I have to pull out the dictionary to go, okay, let's get down to the dictionary meaning of an actual fascist, okay? Because really, people throw that word around as it's a slur, right? To say that, it's not an actual thing. When you say, oh, you're a fascist, the guy's not a fascist. It's like saying you're an asshole, right? It's the same thing as saying you're an asshole. You're a fascist. Or what else is there? Oh, you're a racist. No, you're an asshole. Same thing.
Fascism is right.
It's all the same thing. It's just words.
And they'll never learn until they remove themselves from the left-right matrix.
Their original meaning anymore. They're just a slur.
Elon is a fascist.
They're being used as a slur now, right?
Beverly is clogged.
To try and brandish
the definition
or
was right
paint,
underneath that statement, but I guess you're going to pretend you didn't see it. Charlie.
Trying to paint somebody with that fascist
People
brush.
should research what books the Nazis burned.
And that's really all that word is good for. Or bigot. Bigot is another one that's used an awful lot, which, you know, to call people names is very, very hurtful. And you people that, you know,
I love
let's say you call someone a bigot, and they're not a bigot.
At Tommy Temper.
Like, that's bullying people, you know, and you guys calling all those names, you're just bullying people by doing that. Because I don't call you a fascist, I don't call you a bigot, I don't call you any of those names, because those are all hurtful, bullying names, right? Right, Charlie? Charlie. I already banned you once. You came in here. Your Harry Snatch is in there. Oh, it's Charlie and Harry Snatch. Beverly is Claude. Oh, really? Claude. That's Claude. Okay. Well, that's what. Yeah. Well,
I am Antifa.
There you go.
No, Tommy, but you group people together.
Well, Claude is a pretty good guy. Well, except, you know, in my chat, Claude is a good guy to me. He doesn't piss me off or anything like that.
Are you racist?
But a lot of other people,
Tommy Temper.
A lot of other people don't like Claude because of things that he's done, you know, to other streamers.
We've seen all this left-right.
Like
liberalism vs fascism crap all before.
The one that has me banned.
It was called Nazi Germany, History is repeating
Princess.
itself because people don't FK and learn.
But I don't. Anarchy Princess, her channel has gone downhill. She hardly has
LOL.
any people watching. She still doesn't know how to hold a camera straight, and she's jerking all over the place. And she only talks about herself and her self-centered interests. And really, that's all that Anarchy Princess's channel is about.
Are you drunk, Tommy?
And she
Claude
loves
is a
to
bad
stamp
person.
on people's flowers. that are
Mussolini
dead.
started fascism.
There you go. Mussolini, the
I
fascist.
don't always throw slurs,
Guys
but
like
when
that,
I
I
do, it's
say, okay,
because I'm drunk
Mussolini,
and the letter S
fascist.
sounds funny.
He'd be the fascist one. But people that are just plain having fun on social media, everyone likes to name call all over the place, but not so much me. We like to be the normal person that doesn't worry too much about what everyone else is doing. And meanwhile, in breaking news...
Breaking news.
What's the latest? What's the latest out there? Let's find out. We'll go over to X, do a click on the home page on X, see what's happening. People are saying, say hello to Pierre, our next prime minister, over on X. Let's see. We'll put him in studio mode here. Bring in a window.
So much
and,
overuse of
we'll
certain
go
words
over.
on the internet.
Oops, got the wrong one.
Did she
Chrome
tell you
2.
no on rest reaming her too?
Okay, here we go. We've got memes coming in from X. We've got I Stand with Pierre. Say hello to our next PM. So we're seeing this. This is the very first thing that popped up on my X
is skyrocketing
right away. So whether you like him or not,
fascism and
I
benefits
believe
the
he will
most,
be our next
calls the most.
our next prime
Little
minister.
Weasel.
And will replace the Carney show. We're hoping that will happen. Will it happen? I don't know. Time will tell. And an activist.
Cahill House.
This is in Ontario, Ottawa. This is the U.S. Embassy in Ottawa getting spray painted by this extremist, probably a fascist. There's a fascist spray painting the U.S. Embassy in Ottawa. This happened today. Brand new breaking news.
Breaking news.
Take him away. Take him away.
We interrupt this program.
The port can
Special
afford to
news
be
bulletin.
fast or
Oh,
have
no.
an opinion TBH.
The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying
Brad,
disc
if you
has
had
been
finished
found
high
and
school,
is now
you
in
would
the
know this
possession of
by
the
now.
Army.
Get her.
And by the way, I sit.
Oh, shut up, Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Oh, Joe Biden approves that message. Oh my God. Yeah, there you go. He doesn't like Tesla, and
Should have
that's
tackled her.
the U.S. Embassy. So hang
It's
on.
like calling
This
me a
isn't against
gentrifier,
Tesla.
and I'm the
Yesterday they
only
did
white
the
boy in the
Tesla
cell.
dealership. Today they're hitting back at Trump. This is against Trump directly.
So
Trump,
fake.
where are you?
Quote, fake news. Fake news. You are fake news. It's all fake news. Fake news.
No, it's not.
It's phony stuff.
This really happened.
Didn't happen.
Hashtag deport Pierre. Send
It's
that
all
frickin'
fake
Melissa
news.
Landsman to Tel
Oh my
Aviv.
God. What's the matter with
Send
people?
Mark Carney to Davos.
So
We
freaking
can send
stupid.
Chrystia Freeland to Ukraine.
And you know, that person
Send
is
these
going to get
people
arrested
where they have
for
allegiances.
mischief. And
Funny how quick Tommy
in Canada,
calls
she'll
someone
probably
faces
get
with
like
no
about
evidence.
1 hour
She on
in
her
jail
period?
just to process, be let right out again on no
Convoy
bail,
with spray paint.
and be out there again tomorrow spray painting.
Send Brad to Gaza.
That's what would happen in Canada, pretty much. Meanwhile, you've got Trump over there. He's not too happy about that spray painting. He's pissed off now, pissed off at Canada. He thinks that that's Canadians spray painting the U.S. Embassy, which in fact it probably is. He's probably a Canadian. Yeah, but it's not making Trump happy. With the embassy over there is going to have to invest in some
If it
kind
was
of
written, is it true?
graffiti cleaner.
Does the source matter, or as long as it fits your beliefs, then that particular source is true?
We got the GFM coming in here on empty because nobody gives a about what's happening to Tesla. So there you go.
Coma Diane. There's dozens of ships full with copper heading to the U.S. They fay bringing it to New Orleans and Baltimore.
And coming in from
My Trump not happy.
Chicken Broadcasting Corporation,
Power watch the
CBC,
building.
Carney will ask Governor
So
General
many
to dissolve
sources have
Parliament
so many
Sunday and call an
different
election.
opinions.
So this
I
is
trust
where
none of them.
we may have an election being called on Sunday, so look out for that to happen. We're watching for that. We've got, meanwhile, over in overseas. Where is this? Hang on. It's in this one here is from Reddit, and it's not okay. I don't even know what this is, so I'm not going to show you.
Trudeau
Last
should
time I
take
got a
Melania
strike.
for a test drive.
I showed you guys something, and I said what it was, and I got a strike for misinformation.
87 days without a cigarette.
Because I didn't know what the hell it was. Okay, Clown World. This is coming in from Dallas, Texas. This is, well, you can figure out what's going on here. This is Dallas, Texas. Check them out. This is the clown world that we're now living in. Looks to me like it's a truck sitting there on the side of the road, and it's being emptied out quite quickly by people that are taking stuff out of that truck and loading it into their vehicles.
Canada is gonna try elections?
So you got that stuff happening. That's Dallas. It's billed out as Dallas. I don't know if it is there for sure. But anyways, this is coming in on the breaking news.
Breaking news.
Head out there and get your plastic container full
Canada
of goodies.
is more democratic than Canada's jockstrap
full
down
of it there
south.
being emptied out right there as we speak. Well, not as we speak, but whatever. It's happening. Can't make that crap up. Oh, let's see. What's this here? Mega Cult Slayer says an update on what's happening in Asheville, North Carolina. Let's see. What is happening in Asheville, North Carolina? Let's hear from the man himself. Hang on. This is it.
You have an unelected leader.
Benefits, and you're absolutely correct,
U.S.
sir.
equals
and you
Canada's
stood on business,
jockstrap.
and I fucking... All right, so I just want to let everybody know what's going on up
Even
in
the
Asheville,
definition
North
of
Carolina.
words keeps
You know, the
changing.
same scene where they threw the veteran out of the... Was it Chuck Edwards? Had
Today
a
is
fucking
Battle
town
is
hall,
Trump's
and that
birthday.
veteran got up and fucking let him have it about how they don't have the right to take away my
Hopefully free
fucking
Cummins
benefits.
in
And you're
Dallas.
absolutely correct, sir. And you stood on business.
Bred again,
and
if
I
you
fucking
stayed in
respect.
school, you would know the
Okay,
jockstrap
I don't know
is
much
Costa
about that
Rica.
story. But anyways, he's talking about...
Israel runs the U.S. scum. Shut off chat FFS.
Yeah. Let me
What's Trudeau's new job?
I'll shut that off.
Trump wants to be like Kim Jong-un. Trump wants to be like Kim Jong-un.
Wants to be a good guy. Okay, let's play you this one here. This one is about Tesla. Let's see what they say about Tesla here.
Tesla stock is already down 34% since Jack Schlossberg, JFK's grandchild, shorted the stock. This means he bet on the stock crashing. Here's his hateful tweet showing off that he shorted the stock and saying some awful things about Elon Musk. He posted that tweet weeks ago, so if he hasn't sold out of his puts yet, he's more than doubled his money at this point. I'll be keeping an eye on Jack Schlossberg's Twitter page for more trades, and if you want to be updated when he does make a new trade, DM my account Boris.
He shorted Tesla made a
stock
bundle. Doubled his money on that. Wow. So follow that guy. We'll see what happens. Here's Kennedy. Kennedy making America healthy again. See what he has to say.
We should, I mean, in this country, food ingredients are innocent until proven guilty. In Europe and other countries, they have to prove themselves safe before you add them, and we ought to have that kind of protection for American citizens.
Well, yeah, bring the hammer down because they're going to try to wait you out.
We should, I mean, in this country, food ingredients are innocent until proven guilty. In Europe and
Okay. Wow, he's the food guru in the States there now. Looking after your health there. So that's a Healthy Kennedy coming back at you. Okay. What else is going on here? New York Court of Appeals. Oh, what's this? New York Court of Appeals just ruled that only U.S. citizens are allowed to vote in our elections. Can I get a hell yeah? So all of the people that are not citizens that are sitting there, that were allowed into the states by the former government, are not going to be able to vote. Well, at least so-called in New York. Well, they're saying that only U.S. citizens, vote in our elections. What is that? A New York Court of Appeals? Is that for all of the United States? So that new news just coming out there. So that's kind of interesting. Things are kind of turning a little bit. And here we see where the Tesla cars, and in fact, this isn't even a Tesla dealership. This is just some cars sitting out in a parking lot. I think they're at a no, it doesn't even look like a supercharger. But anyways, somebody went out there. Not a single Democrat in Congress has condemned the terror attacks on Tesla or the attempted murder of conservatives via swatting. What the hell? Did these people really hate America that much? Like, really? Come on, you guys. What the hell is happening to the United States? This is like akin of Antifa burning the buildings down, but instead they're throwing, and they're actually, there was one guy, I think he had about 8 Molotov cocktails, and he ended up getting arrested. Like, these guys are just going berserk, throwing the Molotov cocktails, and I think they're being convinced to do this by maybe some social media posts, people encouraging them to do that. Don't do anything illegal. Don't throw Molotov cocktails. Don't endanger people's lives. You could go to jail. You could actually kill somebody doing this kind of stuff. It's like, wow, completely berserk what's happening in this world. Shame on you for throwing the Molotov cocktails and lighting cars on fire and so much grief. Think about how much grief that you're doing to the people that own those vehicles and their lives, and how hurtful it is to them. And they're not responsible for what Trump or Musk are doing. They're just an innocent bystander on the whole thing. And you, the Antifas of the world, or whoever it is that are throwing these, apparently the people from the Democratic side of the fence, are just going out there and arbitrarily harming anybody. And these are your friends. These are Democrats that bought the Teslas. Tesla fire sale. Democrats bought the Teslas, and the Democrats are torching the Teslas. How stupid can you get? Like, really, honestly. Like, these guys are not thinking about what they're doing, that's for sure. Okay, let's see what else is happening. Okay, they're now after the airplane that landed upside down. Well, apparently the co-pilot was actually flying the plane. That was the woman that the DEI hired, because it's a DEI company, right? So the pilot of the plane, who was a guy, an experienced pilot, he wasn't flying the plane. He was actually watching the co-pilot fly the plane to get some hours on flying, and she was the one that was actually flying. So it was actually a DEI type thing that resulted in the plane going upside down. Now, there's saying that the TSB report is saying that the landing gear broke on one side of the plane, which caused the plane to tip over, shear the wing off, and then flip over. Okay, but as I said when I first saw the video, I said that plane is coming down too fast, and the angle that it's coming down, it was coming down like on an angle like that, right? Like way too fast. And when it came down, it slammed in so hard that it broke the landing gear. And that's what the findings are finding. They're finding now that, the landing gear snapped, twisted the plane around, hit the wing on the ground, and broke the wing off and flipped upside down. And now, today, they are saying that indeed the first thing to go was the landing gear, and it was caused by the plane coming in at too steep of an angle. Now, the other thing is, why did it come in at too steep of an angle? Did she not have the flaps on, or why? Why was it descending so quickly like that and not coming in at a slow, and I've flown simulators, like just on my computer. So I know that you have to come in at the correct angle. And usually if you're coming in too steep, there are warning beepers, buzzers that start going beep, 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 beep. You're landing too, you're going to crash land. You get all kind of warnings go off in the plane. So why that didn't happen? Because it was a woman at the control. Yeah, exactly. Well, it was a woman at the controls. It was. She was the one that was flying it. Yeah. DEI landing. Well, no, the gear itself would have handled it if the plane would have come in at a nice slope. But it came in, like, think of it like at about a 45-degree angle or something like that, which resulted in that plane landing upside down. And amazingly, nobody was killed. There were probably about 20 people that sustained injuries, and most of the injuries came from being belted in upside down in the plane. And then when they released the seatbelt, and all of the seatbelts held, by the way, they found out. But when the people released the seatbelts being upside down in the plane, that's when they sustained injuries, because they actually fell down to the roof of the plane because the plane was upside down. Yeah, are the female astronauts DEI too? I don't know. There's a good possibility, though. I don't know. Good point. But what's happening with this DEI stuff? It's not working out, is it? That's what the point is. DEI doesn't work. Hire the best person for the job. And, one of the places that I worked that had the strictest, other than jails, I'd say jails, insane asylums, and airports, all seem to me to have a higher grade of security than your average place that I would go to, right? Like airports, for example, you have to be checked by RCMP before you even got a pass that would allow you into all areas. And I actually had the pass to go into all areas of our local airport, our international airport. So I could go where others could not go. Even the pilots in place wouldn't be able to go into places that I could get into with the pass that I had. But you had to have government clearance in order to do that. And everything is way stricter at an airport. Even with ground control, with the tower and all of those people, really, really strict on how they even get those jobs and to be able to apply for the job and whether you're good enough and stuff like that. And I actually saw where they applied, the best get the job, and if you don't cut it, you don't get the job. But when you start to go DEI, then everyone gets a job. It doesn't matter who you are. Hey, we got to hire a guy that's this ethnicity. We got to hire a person that's this sex, for example. Or, like things like that become way more important than whether or not the person is qualified for the job. And you get what you pay for, eh? And that's why the plane's upside down. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but we know that was something that was a possibility that happened. YouTube police, be right back. Wife called. Yeah, we see YouTube police in the chat there. Good to see you. Let's see what else we can come up with here. We already talked about Pat King, where his sentence has been appealed by the Crown. So they're bringing him back into trial, even though he's already served months in jail, and now he's 3 months under house arrest for a total of a year of incarceration. And the government figures that's not good enough for what he did with the convoy. So yeah, unfortunately, that's what's happening. So I don't know whether the government is being, I would say, pretty much this is represents the government on the Pat King case and on the whole convoy thing. The government of Canada are being real weasels on this whole thing, on what they're doing, like despicable. Leave the guy alone already. You already know that he already knows that he did wrong. He's not going to start another convoy and head to Ottawa tomorrow. And it's just what you're doing is he was a political prisoner in my mind, and he's being politically incarcerated again by being retried again. You already went to trial. You already found out what happened. You found out that it was all bullshit. And, if people are in trucks sitting there, why didn't you go to the people in the trucks and say, Mister, with your truck, please move your truck, or else we're going to hook on and move you out of here. That's all that it would have taken. But the convoy was a case where the government and the police told people, come on in. They told people exactly where to park. If they didn't like where you parked, They also got you to park in a slightly different spot. They did not tell anybody that I saw to leave, right? The police were actually camaraderies. They were like implicit in the whole thing, right? Why isn't the police department of Ottawa being taken to court for not enforcing the laws? Because in my mind, I thought that, hey, if you're parked in a spot where there's a meter and you're not feeding the meter, well, why isn't someone coming around giving you a ticket? And if you're not moving a vehicle after a couple of tickets, why aren't you being towed? To me, that's a police department issue, right? But the police department was pro convoy. They actually liked the convoy, liked the people that were in the convoy, and didn't do dick all, right? So the police department, in my mind, was actually bucking the system in favor of the convoy. So that was part of the problem in itself, is that you had a government that did crap to people that was egregious, and the people fought back by saying they didn't fight back, with their fists, but they fought back by showing up and just legally protesting. That's all they did. And and really, what about all the other people that were in the trucks that were there? How come they never got any charges, but you only had the leaders get charged and got hit with some pretty heavy things? 1 year in jail for sitting in your vehicle or whatever. Unbelievable. But anyways, this is the for the government of Canada. You're the weasel party on this one. You're the weasel party. Go figure. I don't want to get a strike. I'll play this one instead of Hawaii 5-0.
We must deport from our country any temporary resident that is here on a permit or a visa that is carrying out violence
in Canada
or hate crimes on our soil. It was obscene that the IRGC remained legal in Canada for 4 years after it killed 55 of our citizens in the attack on PS Flight 752. It is outrageous. We must deport from our country any temporary resident that is here on a permit or a visa that is carrying out violence or hate crimes on our soil.
That's right. Including where we see people burning the Canadian flag at these, protests and stuff like that, and doing illegal things. Like, come on, if they're going to lock up Pat King for a convoy for a peaceful protest, well, how about the people that are out there with the not so peaceful protests, right? Like, there's no equality in this world. We're seeing so much injustice. It's unbelievable. It's craziness. Oh no. We're getting lots of trans stories and stuff like that out here, but we won't go over that. We don't need to go over the trans stuff. I'd rather not talk about the legitimate community. Let them worry about their own problems and create their own drama without us getting too involved in it over here. What's this one here? Where cars are made. Okay. This is where cars are made. Okay. Let's check this out. So, if you look close at this little thing here, white is USA, black is Canada and Mexico, and gray is other. So this is where cars are made. Just look closely. And especially at the fact that you're firebombing Teslas. Look at Tesla is 100% made in the USA. Ford, only 77%. GM, only 52%. Nissan, 52%. Stellantis, that's Ram, Dodge, 57%. Toyota, 48%. Hyundai, Kia, 33%. Volkswagen, 21%. %. Man, good to see you. My throat is going. So I had to take a little chloroseptic spray in my throat because I can't talk now. I have to regain my voice, or else I won't be able to go on with anything else. 12th man, good to see you. 12th man in the house. And remember, we do have a phone number. We have our phone number here, so if anyone wants to phone in on the stream here and add to the stream, you're more than welcome to, because we're trying out our phone number here. Our phone number, as you see on the scroller right below me here, is 1-812-666-4141. So if somebody wants to phone in and give us a little background on anything that we're talking about here, definitely go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we'll keep going here. My throat is starting to come back again. Yeah, this story is not good. So, yeah, I'm not going to show that picture because it's a picture of two unalived people, one of them being a child. So that's not going to work out. What happened here? What is this all about here? Replying, Scarlett Johnson. What is this? There's a story here. Something about when the boy repeatedly went fully nude in the presence of girls, exposing his genitals, the freshman girls complained to the gym teacher, Miranda Hopkins, below, who told the girls that since the 16-year-old boy identifies as a girl, it would be discriminatory to deny him, show more, access. So, wow. You got to, and again, I just said 10 seconds ago, I said I didn't want to even talk about that kind of stuff. But, you know, you've got people that just aren't using common sense anymore. And really, if I was a woman and some guy appeared in in your change room, let's say you were changing and you know how you're in the open, whatever, putting on your bathing suit, and then some guy walks in and whips out his schlong, and you're naked with your other girlfriends in the change room naked. Like, this is getting to the point where it's ridiculous. Like, would you feel comfortable? Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable. If I was a woman, I would be going, wow, this is like unacceptable. Unacceptable. And you wouldn't do stuff like that. You wouldn't allow things like that to happen. But it is happening, and we're seeing evidence of it right there, where that teacher just said, well, and you know what? So sometimes you can't blame the teacher. There, we actually showed the picture of the teacher that said that. Whether or not she's woke, I don't know, but she's obviously going with the flow. And if her school board is telling her that you can't do anything about that, if a guy identifies as being a girl, you can't do a damn thing about it. So don't try and do anything about it, or you'll lose your job. So you've got that situation happening there too. So yeah, it's pretty wild. It's crazy, this world that we live in. And it's not getting better either. Oh, hang on. And why is it that you know damn well, I didn't even see this. I don't know what the story is about. I have no idea. But I'm just looking at this video and I'm thinking that has to be a Democrat, you know. I don't even have to hear what they're saying. I just have to have a glimpse of who they are. And, you know, I just think...
Musk, where are you? Bring your over here. So you... Elon Musk, where are you? Bring Elon Musk, where are you? Bring your over here so you can see who's here.
This is like a bank robber trying to fire the cops and turn off the alarms just before he strolls into the lobby. We are here
except that's a really, really poor representation of what's happening. It's like they're finding theft. It's like, come on. These people are just delusional. Absolute delusionalness. I don't know. You got to make up the word. Hang on. We got a phone call coming in here. Stand by for a phone call. It's a live phone call. Coming in on Skype. Oh, wrong speaker. Hey, you're on the Tommy Temper Show. How you doing today? Yeah, who we got there?
Is this me?
It is. You sound like you're on a voice changer.
Yeah, I've done the phone call and feed my side.
Okay, well, you're breaking up, whatever you're using there on your voice changer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well, who is that?
Went back. This is Ryan Phoenix.
Is it Ryan?
Yes, me. Do, man.
Because I'm hearing you in there, but you're breaking up.
Here, that's what I'll do. Hang up.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, your voice is breaking up there, and on the voice changer or something. Hi, Angie. Was that Angie on the voice changer? It could be red on a voice changer. I don't know. Okay, we'll try it again here. Hang on. Stand by. Okay, we got you again.
Is it any better?
No,
I see the X coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't, brother. I'll try it differently if the phone's not working.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it sounds like it's in and out type of audio. It's like up. Yeah. So I'm not sure what the deal. It might be my thing here. It might be my Skype. I thought that Skype had better audio than that. So it Brett kind of sounded very similar. I don't know if it's because I'm bringing the audio in on the Rode Telecaster or whatever here, Rode Pro here, not Telecaster. But anyways, okay. Yeah, we're just now working on that phone-in system there, so we're just trying to get it working properly. And but Fry came in really good. Fry sounded good when Fry phoned in. So I know that it does work and it can work. Al Munson says, Doge hasn't found any fraud except when Musk told USAID to burn the documents. Yeah, right. Well, yeah, but I heard that they found literally billions. Okay, let's listen to that clip one more time here again. They don't like them, listen to what they say about Doge.
Elon Musk, where are you? Bring your over here so you can see who's here.
This is like a bank robber trying to fire the cops and turn off the alarms just before he strolls into the lobby.
But hang on. Why does he strolls into the lobby to find out, and he's not the bank robber either, but he's the civil servant that strolls into the bank to see who's robbing the bank. forgot that part of it, right? You can't just leave it as thinking that Musk is actually robbing somebody. He's not getting rich by finding out that there's fraud within the government. Are these people delusional?
We are here to fight back.
We're going to shut down Elon Musk's illegal operation.
So we will see you in Congress.
Wow. Whoa, what kind of a look is that? Oh my gosh. There you go. It's definitely every one of the people that we've seen here, like somehow a little bit oddball. Why is that?
The courts and in the streets.
Oh, Fox caught that news. Okay. Is that the real news or is it just fake news? I don't know. Trump, what do you think? I think it's basically...
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
That's right. You got that right. Look at this. This one's weird. I don't know. First time I've ever seen this. A transparent butterfly. I didn't know that there was such a thing. Look at that. Transparent butterfly. There you go. That was you learn something new every day part of the segment here. Okay, let's listen to this woman here. We must keep talking about it. She's on the board organization at Geargers at Mary. There's something we can do. Let's talk, speak to the legislators, keep talking. I don't know. What's she talking about? Let's find out. What is she talking about? Something.
I know a lot of people want to move on from COVID, but we must not.
Oh, hang on. I don't want to even listen to a story about COVID because we'll get a COVID strike, misinformation strike. Yeah. Mega cult slayer. Trump wants FEMA money for North Carolina back. Uh-oh. Let's hear about this one. Here's a podcaster talking about the FEMA deal. What's going on with FEMA? Yeah, North Carolina.
Well, guess what, Western North Carolina? Donald Trump wants that $250 million back. Yeah, he don't give a fuck about your drinking water or your home that fucking swept away or the cousin that died. He don't give a fuck about that. And he don't give a fuck about...
Hang on. I don't think Trump wants money back from FEMA that was given to North Carolina. I don't know what that story is all about. But was there money given to FEMA that was used to fund housing for illegal immigrants that was used improperly? Is that the money that he's talking about?
Rebuilding this place. He wants the $250 million back because Asheville, this is more important to him because Asheville is not going to follow along with his DEI policy.
Yeah, well, okay. You've got people that are pissed off with the DEI hire stuff, so whatever. You know that there's going to be blowback when you start discovering that people are taking money illegally. Except I can't believe that there are so many people that are on board and that are liking the fact that that money was being illegally taken from government coffers. It just doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah. Here's the latest on Carney. Carney, he's been spotted in Edmonton, my city, basically, doing the old camera thing, schmoozing it up with the Edmonton Oilers. He's a hockey fan, all right. And, yeah, apparently you have to be the Prime Minister of Canada to get a photo op with the Edmonton Oilers and actually get out there on the ice and shoot a few goals. That's him right there with the white hat on. That's Mark Carney. The Carney clown, the Carney clown right there. And that's today. He's in Edmonton. If I knew where he was, I'd go over there and I'd give a few words to him with my bullhorn. I'd, probably say something like, Carney, you're not my prime minister. I didn't vote for you. We didn't vote for you. Get the hell into an election. Call an election now. And, get off of the ice. Put your skates away and call a frickin' election already. Two-bit scum, for doing crap like that. He's, a multi-millionaire. Moves the company that he's involved in out of Canada to the United States before the tariffs come up, right? He just is taking jobs away from Canada, and then he becomes prime minister of the country. Shame on him. And he's a shitty hockey player, too, on top of it. Just saying. I didn't make that up. What's he have to say to us here? Oh, Marky, Carny. It's a Carney show. Carney, 24. What does a 24 represent? What the hell would 24 rep? Scumbag. Man, if I was on that ice, I'd give him one frickin' check into the boards, and that'd be the end of him. Give him the good old Carney board check, and he'd be history. He'd be hobbling off of the ice there. Carney. Getting photo ops and whatever with the Edmonton Oilers today. Unbelievable. Oil country. Oh, what's this all about? Pressure mounts on President Claudia Sheinbaum after remains, clothing, and apparel. A crematorium were found at some kind of a ranch in Mexico. Some kind of an extermination camp discovery in Mexico. I don't know if you heard about this one here. So be looking for that story there. An extermination camp. So why the heck would they be exterminating people in Mexico? Wow. These stories are getting pretty bizarre here today. Very bizarre. More tariffs coming. Carney. And there's Carney. Look at that. If you look really, really close, he's holding a can of Bud Light in his hand there. So he's got the Oilers uniform on, and he's holding the Bud Light. So, and he has a son or a daughter, some type of a transgender, and I'm not sure which way that his sibling is, or his daughter or son or whatever is transitioning into something else. So yeah, it stands to reason that he'd be drinking Bud Light. Can't make that crap up. I don't know if that's photoshopped or what. You never know these days, but whatever. Here's what else Carney has to say. Let's hear what the man himself has to say.
But let's be clear what, my international experience. I understand how the world works. I know other world leaders. I know people and.
Well, yeah, because you've been hobnobbing over in Europe. You were running the UK bank, and basically, I think that when you were running it, you put them into such a situation that they ended up being worth less. The country being worth less by the way you were manipulating the money in the country. They don't like what you did over there. They weren't happy with what you did. You're hobnobbing, yeah, absolutely, with some of the people, and some of them over there. But that doesn't mean that you're going to do a good job for us Canadians. And so far, you've been doing a crap job in giving guidance to Trudeau.
I know people who run some of the world's largest companies and understand how they work. I know how financial institutions work. I know how markets work. I know the good and bad of that. I've experienced it. I've had to, in some of my roles, discipline.
Well, then why haven't you at least had a meeting with Trump yet? Because we have the worst situation that Canada has ever been in my lifetime that I've ever seen, and you become prime minister, but yet you don't have the balls to have a meeting with Trump. Instead, you scurry out of Canada over to your friends that you've made friends with over in Europe, and you already know, to try and see whether or not you can work some deals with them. We do very, very small amount of trade with outside of Canada. Most of our trade is with the United States. The biggest thing that you should have done would be to go and see our biggest trading partner, the United States, and to find out what the hell is going on with them. And if you're such a deal maker, why haven't you made a deal with Trump?
Discipline the financial system, discipline with others, the world's largest banks, the Wall Street banks in America after the crisis. So I understand how the world works. I'm trying to apply that to the benefit of Canada. So I'm not going to run away from the fact that I understand how things work. And actually, one of the things that has...
Well, we're not talking about you running away from the way things work. You're running away from Trump, excuse my French, and not facing the music. The problem is not with with Europe. Why the hell are you running over to Europe? Europe is not doing a damn thing to us. You know who's doing something to us? China and the United States. Those are the two countries that you need to talk to, but you seem to be avoiding the two countries that you need to talk to that are putting tariffs up against us and causing harm to our way of life. Do a better job.
Has drawn me more into politics right now.
Yeah, well, you're not a politician. You are a business person, obviously, but you have dealt with an awful lot of politicians to understand how it works. But you're not you're a politician. Finally, But he wasn't. He never started as a politician. He has zero political experience except for becoming Prime Minister of Canada. Wow.
Is that we have an opposition who's leading in the polls, who doesn't...
That you hate, and you're going to badmouth right now, so let's hear how you're going to badmouth them.
Understand the economy, doesn't understand where the world's going, doesn't understand what's necessary to build this economy for Canadians, who thinks it...
Look I'm not Pierre. I'm just a guy sitting here, but I believe I know how to solve these problems, and I know what needs to be done. You don't have to be a politician. You don't have to be a brain surgeon. You don't have to be an economist to understand how the world works. You have to use a little bit of common sense.
It's a series of simplistic slogans. There's nothing behind those slogans. There's nothing.
Yeah. Axe to tax. Oh, Carney, what's the first thing that you did? Pierre had a slogan that said axe to tax, right? Where's axe to tax? Where's the axe to tax, Carney? Axe to tax. It was the slogan. But who acted on axe to tax? The guy that actually acted on axe to tax was Carney himself, because Pierre Poilivre ran on the slogan of axe to tax, and the very first thing that this dude did when he, he didn't become elected, but became the prime minister, is he sat down at a table, just like Trump would do, and he signed some kind of an executive order, which is not even worth the paper that it's written on in Canada, because that's not the way it works here. What you do is you go back to Parliament, which of course Parliament is prorogued, and he couldn't do that because Trudeau shut down Parliament, and he's such a pansy ass that he doesn't have the balls to start Parliament because he knows he'd get lambasted by Pierre if they ever saw each other face to face. It's a freaking sham. This guy's a sham, and he shouldn't be the leader of Canada. We need to have an election now.
Behind those slogans.
Yeah, it's all slogans. No, it's not, because you acted on those slogans. So it shows you that the slogan freaking worked. It worked. So good on Pierre for having the axe to tax slogan. I'll agree with you. It was great. And it did do its job, because it made the government sit up and see what's going on. And that's not good. Oh, let's see. And also in the CTV corner, business as usual at the stores. Here's a couple of people coming in and accosting the woman clerk there, robbing her. That's what's happening all over the place now in Canada, in the States, you name it. You've got corner stores that can hardly survive these days with all the criminal element. And you know what? You know what I see? You know what I know? I can absolutely say this for a fact. When you increase immigration, you increase crime. And a lot of the crime is being done by the immigrants that are coming in. And I can say that's a fact, Jack. Because you look at the ethnicity of the people that are being arrested, and I don't see a lot of old school people there. I don't see a lot of old stock people being arrested. I see a lot of newcomers being arrested for all the crimes that are happening, at least in my country. And especially, we're seeing a lot of well, I'm not even going to say what group they're on, but, You can figure it out by looking at their pictures. And it's not a good situation at all. Too many people equals increased crime, Sandy. So, Sandy, you know what's responsible for the crime? Your guy, Trudeau, who brought in literally thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are now overrunning Canada. Not enough housing, not enough jobs, and they're resorting to crime. They're robbing, they're stealing. They're the ones with the guns. They're the ones that are making a lot of problems in our country. Not all of it. You know, I would say, hey, you can't blame them for everything. But an awful lot of it is because of what's happening out there. And we're sick and tired of it. It's got to stop. But, you know, it can't stop because it's already happened. Once you let them into the country, and once they're here, and once the crime and everything is happening, well, then try and stop it. It's not that easy to stop. Let's look at this here. It's the mega ways to do it. Whoa. Okay. Well, that's pretty heavy duty. Very heavy duty. Okay, we'll play my music instead of his. Tom Wren, what's he got to say? Oh, this is a whole show with him in there. So we'll be talking about judiciary disasters and things like that. Stuff out with Schumer, Gaza. Here's another thing that Pierre is coming out with. He's saying stop overseas oil and importing of overseas oil. Unlock the port of Churchill. Yeah, we have a port at Churchill. And that's Pierre Poilivre that wants to do that. Unlock that port and to be able to ship oil and ship our oil overseas instead of bringing so much into Canada. We spend a lot of money on Arab oil in Canada. And it's really not a necessary thing. We need to make a change to that. Where's Carlitos? Or did we ban all the trolls and we don't have any more trolls? Black crime in America. Hey, good to see you. Black crime. Check out his channel. Got 12th Man in there. Check out 12th Man channel or Angie. Got a lot of people with channels in there. If you guys drop your links there if you want to. Hit that link dropper. As we go through some of the action happening here today. Again, more pictures of fires, Tesla fires. Here's one here at, looks like the Tesla attacks are getting worse. Arson, Molotov cocktails, bouts of gunfire now. This isn't new. The left has used violence as a political tool for decades. Craziness is what's going on. Only one thing can stop this. In the words of Pat Buchanan, force rooted in justice and backed by moral courage. It's the only way you can stop all that nonsense. Man, this reminds us of the days of Antifa and the riots that were happening back in Portland, Oregon, and in the Mideast, or the Midwest, rather. Lots of crap going on. It's a sad day. You know, and they're coming out with memes like this. Kill Tesla, save the country. Elon has a weak spot. Attack. So you have, you know, like, look at that. That is like absolutely ridiculous. There's a meme, and people are actually, this meme here has 43,000 people have seen it, 1.3 thousand likes, and lots of shares. And look at this. This is like telling people to break the law. This is a meme that's saying, kill Tesla, save the country. Elon has a weak spot. Attack. And this is like craziness that's going on here. Like I said, in Edmonton, where I live, there's a post up there that to go over to the Tesla store locally here on Saturday at 1:00 to go over and protest the Tesla store. Now, the people that are going over there are obviously looking at stuff like this, absorbing stuff like this, and being brainwashed by stuff like this, and potentially could be causing some kind of damage to our local Tesla dealer here. Now, I went over to check out the Teslas. If you guys remember, I did a short there about a couple of weeks ago where I went over to the Tesla store before any of this stuff ever happened. I went over there just to take a look and see if I could test drive a Tesla. I'm not a fan of Tesla. You know, whether or not I'll buy one is immaterial, but I wanted to at least check them out and maybe go for a test drive and just see what they're actually like. You know, everyone goes, oh, they're whatever, this or that. And, you know, if you're so inclined, you just plain would never buy one or whatever. Me, I'm more like, hey, I'll drive anything if it's got four wheels. But for me, I can't really have an electric car because of not having charging stations all over the place here. Go north of Edmonton and you're going to be hard pressed to find a supercharger. Yeah. But, you know, I wanted to check them out and see what they're actually like, see what it's like to drive one, give my comments on them, because a lot of people say they don't like something and they don't know anything about them. Well, I'm not about to say I don't like a Tesla when I don't know anything about them. Other people are throwing Molotov cocktails at them, but not because they don't like the car, but they don't like the guy that built them. And they don't like the fact that that he is somehow aligned with Donald Trump. That's the reason that they're Molotov cocktailing Teslas all over the place. And it's ridiculous. It's got to stop. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, let's see. Oh, look at. Oh, yeah. And remember when Antifa and all of the protests were happening in Minnesota? This is a post from Kamala Harris, remember? Where people were saying, yeah, don't vote for Kamala Harris because she was helping out the people that were firebombing and stuff like that, right? Firebombing the businesses and causing H&D hate and discontent in the streets. And here's a tweet from Kamala Harris saying, if you're able to chip in now to the MN Freedom Fund to help post bail for those protesting on the ground in Minnesota. Yeah, for those people that are doing the firebombing and stuff like that. That's your Democrats, right? That's the left side. It's like crazy. And then here you've got, where do they get these violent tendencies? Who promotes these actions with the firebombing and stuff like that? Let's hear what these guys have to say about the firebombing.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick them.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face.
That guy that just said that, Don Lemon, was fired from CNN. He's a radical leftist. You know, like, really, honestly, for him to actually say white men, he's talking about you. He's talking about me. And he's talking about a race of people in a very disparaging manner. You know, that's a racist in my mind.
So even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Look as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
I have thought an awful lot
about blowing up the White House.
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is assassinated.
I will go and take Trump out tonight. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our
Control
honor and
Central.
our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
If you think we're rallying now, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Wow. That's crazy. Craziness out there on the streets. Yeah, what is it? What's going on? Who's responsible? Of course. Antifa, BLM, Hamas supporters, Democrat Party militias. That's who it is. Huh. And they're certainly getting a lot of support. Did you see all those little clips of what those people were saying? Unbelievable. Being persuaded by government officials. When do you ever hear anyone on the right using words like that they should do stuff like that, right? It's like craziness. Wow. Democrats used to burn crosses in the yards of blacks to intimidate them. You know that, eh? That's the KKK. KKK came from to the Democrat side of the fence, right? You know that. Democrats used to burn crosses in the yards of blacks to intimidate them. Now, the Democrats are burning Teslas in the owners' yards for the same reason. Political reasons. Ideology reasons. Nothing has changed about the Democrat Party in over a century. Tactics are still the same. Unbelievable. What kind of a world are we living in? How bad does it actually have to get before people start shaking their head and going, wow, we have to make some change? This is getting bad. Rep. Jasmine Crockett urges activists to take down Tesla and Elon Musk for her birthday. Aw, that would be a great birthday present for her. She's actively encouraging more arson, shootings, and vandalism at Tesla dealerships. Wow. Great. And they're doing it too. Like I said, my Tesla dealership in my city in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, is slated to something to happen on Saturday at 1 o'clock. They're going to be out there. We know that they're at bare minimum going to be chanting and protesting and yelling and screaming and belly aching. And what else are they going to do? I don't know. We're going to find out. I wonder if I should go out to the dealership on Saturday with the video camera and go live out there. I should. I'll be live. It'll be Tommy Tepper live at the Tesla dealership. And I'll go there and see if I can get a test drive or something while they're out protesting there. I'll drive. I'd like to test drive a Cybertruck. I'll be driving the Cybertruck on the test drive while they're protesting there, and we'll see what happens. Boy, I don't know. I might be risking. Should I bring maybe I'll bring my kids with me too. Boys, you want to go for a test drive? Tesla? Go on Saturday. I don't know though. Might be very dangerous. Might get firebombed or something like that. The Liberals said, stronger together. When they go low, we go high, and love Trump's hate. It's so refreshing to see them adhere to their principles as they vandalize Tesla dealerships, set Teslas on fire, and attack Elon supporters. Yeah, unbelievable. Not good. Not good at all. Yeah, lots of stuff out here. There's this meme here. Remember the look, son. Look, son. What, Dad? What is it, Dad? Look, rioters, arsonists, and looters are here to teach us about peace and equality. Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But why is everything burning, Dad? Yeah, because they're rioters, arsonists, and looters. That's why. And nobody locks them up. Or if they do get locked up, oh, well, there's funds for them, and they get let out pretty quickly. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. Especially terrorism. Because apparently it's not a thing, right? Terrorism, the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians in the pursuit of political aims. The fight against terrorism, right? Yeah. Well, right now, the problem is we have terrorists that are doing their thing. And it's problematic, that's for sure. 84 in the house. Well, I think that we've got a show that's about ready to fade out, okay? So I'm going to fade out of here and do something else for a bit. Thanks a lot for joining us. We appreciate your company. Everybody in the chat, thank you very, very much for coming in and saying hi. And, yeah, set it down, please. Thank you. And, yeah, I'm live right now. Huh? Go set it down somewhere. Okay. I got something else. Somebody's bugging me in the background here, so I got to go. We'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot for tuning in. You're watching the Tommy Temper Show. I'm Tommy Temper, and I would stick around longer, but checking my super chats here today, I got 0 super chats on the stream, so we'll have to rely on the 15 cents we're going to get from ads on the stream here to keep going. This is not going to keep me alive long at all. So that's another reason that I'm shutting the stream down here. Nobody is fan funding my stream at all. So thanks a lot, everyone. See you later. I'm out of here.